Hey, welcome in, Passamaquoddy. She is listening. She must be working on something. I'll play a video while we wait for others to come in. Right, I got to pull it up first, then choose it. Okay. Let's see. Is it going to load? Yes. Of course, it's going to start playing ahead of time. All right. Close that out. Hey there, Shawnee Groves. I have 2 batches to key, and the kids are still awake. Oh no. Isn't parenting fun? No, really, it is to a point. What? Why? Okay. So it's loaded. Oh, come on. Come on, StreamYard. You can do better. Oh, here we go. Noise. To share audio. Okay. That should work. Yeah. Okay. These clouds are really weird on this one. All right. That is actually a preview. I was editing that video before the live. I ran out of time by the time I got done editing, and so I'm going to upload that after the live stream. But I gave you all a front row seat, so to speak. And yeah, there you go. We got it before the rest of the public did. Yeah, even when we don't get like a beautiful, colorful sunset, I still felt like, why not just take the drone up, give video footage of the sunset, and let's see what happens. And that's what we did. Duncan's saying it's a sheet of ice here, and the temps are going down to 1 degree tonight, -4 tomorrow night. Very, very similar to what our temperatures are going to be. Yeah, so the ice that I threw the salt on in the driveway, it actually did break up a lot of that ice, but then water came off the mountain, ran through the driveway. Yeah, it froze back up again. So I knew it was pointless, but I thought I would try to maybe mitigate some of that ice, but no, it did. Mother Nature had other plans, so it's frozen back over. Now it's covered in snow because it has been snowing, I guess, pretty much all day. I just put that in the wrong window. Yeah. Open. Yeah, there we go. Open Sesame. Pin that to the top. There we go. All right. So yeah, it's Snowmageddon is still wreaking havoc on a lot of us in the states here. I kind of wish like I could send some to Shawnee because I know that she does like snow and they haven't had any yet, which is really weird. Like it just did a detour around Minnesota. If I could send you the snow minus the ice and the 0-degree temperatures than I would, Shawnee. Mother Nature needs to dump old man winter and get her a spring youngin. Yeah, yeah, snow please. Shawnee says snow please. If I could, I would. Passamaquoddy said she saw Robin today. I saw one the other day. I thought, what are you doing here? Don't you know that everybody else flew south? But it was one, yeah, just like Passamaquoddy said, it was just one robin. I didn't see any others. And I felt sorry for the poor little thing. I mean, he was just chilling out there. And I'm like, dude, I know it's 50. It was 50 degrees a few days ago. That's what I saw it. So I don't know. I've been confused. Last I knew, robins migrate to the south in the winter. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Maybe that one just said, "Hey, man, it's too much work to fly that far. I'm just staying here in Kentucky." And I've got a tiger on my desk, and if I stop petting him, he'll start doing this little nibble thing. He's weird. It's like, human, you pet me or I will punish you by biting your hand. Right there, see? He's not really hurting me. He's not trying to break the skin, but still. You can just about predict it. Hey, greetings from Kentucky, KP Heathen. Welcome in. Yeah, robins are a sign of spring, but it's way too early. They need another month or so before they start popping back out again. So I don't know. Maybe the robins know something we don't know. I hope. I pray. Because I'm already over winter. I'm just so over winter. Hey. You're strange. You're a strange one. Tiger. 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 Hi. You want to look at the camera? No. If I move my finger over here, see if I could trick. There we go. Now you can see his lovely face, his beautiful markings. Look at that. Yeah, he's. If I could get him closer to the camera, you would see why I called him Tiger. He does have sort of a tigerish look to his face. Ah, he's gonna bite me. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. I'm just showing you. Oh. See, look at that beautiful face. Kind of resembles a tiger. Oh, look, he waved. Okay, I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little buddy. You still friends? Still friends? Aww. Dorsey stops purring. Just a big fur ball. He's got static in his fur. This is the one I give mohawks to. Is it any wonder he bites me? Is it really any wonder? There, he's got a mohawk. Oh, you sure put up with a lot of crap from me. It's getting big. Getting to be a big boy, aren't you? No, I know what you do with sliders. You flick them off of the table, bat them around the house until I can't find them. He's a pretty one, yeah. He's one of the ones that came from the mystery litter, and all his siblings are beautiful, I think. I like his little, he hates having his feet messed with. They're little piggies. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm bragging on you. No, it's not having it. All right, now. All right. You chill with me for a while. Yeah, he's got white socks. Yeah. His pads are black. Kind of more like a dark gray. So the pads on his feet are gray, dark gray. He does have, well, you can see him on camera. He's got stripes. Yeah. His tail even has some stripes, but you can't see him very well. He's really not liking me bragging on him. He's just like, no. All I know is Dad. I don't even know who Dad's talking to. He's talking to himself, I guess. Let's make sure that's plugged in all the way. He's got a sibling that is just gray and white. I've shown him on here before. And the inside of his mouth is black. Like the lower jaw part of his mouth is black. So it goes from a gray beard kind of thing to black inside of his mouth, lower jaw. And then he's got that around his eyes. It's all gray. And he certainly has unusual markings. He's got the medium fur like Tiger. What's up? What? Bye-bye. You going? Hello, Nancy, our treasured home. Good to see you. I don't know what he's doing. Can't make up his mind. Go on. All right. Ah, coffee's still warm. I'm actually I don't know if you know it or not, Nancy, I moved the lower section of the property. So I'm in a much nicer house now. That was back October-ish, I think. Something like that. I'm loving it. I'm finding little things that need to be addressed, but nothing major. Not like the other place. My range hood. I don't know if you all been seeing the videos of street lights flickering, flashing off and on, just random parking lot lights and things like that, street lights. But my range hood decided it was going to start flickering on me too. And I thought, okay, wait a minute. No other lights in my house are doing this. So there's got to be something wrong with the range hood. And sure enough, I turned it off, gave it a minute, and I turned it back on again, and it lit up once and went out again. So the fan part works. You can have light, you can have just the fan, or you can have light and the fan. And the fan part works perfect, but the light part was, you could wiggle it, the light would flicker. So I got to change the switch on that. But that's no big deal. I've done many of those. Hey, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. How you doing? So it wasn't anything mysterious like the flashing streetlights, but yeah, it just one of those things. Those switches are never really, they go out, they go bad, they get dirty. I mean, you got to think about it. Anything that's got grease splattering up on it while you cook, or steam or whatever, is going to eventually, especially those little rotary switches. They're rotary switches, really. They're not made of much. So, but not a big deal. They're really fairly easy to replace. And so I'm glad that the fan still works. I don't cook a lot of stuff that I have to vent out, but this range hood actually vents out a little vent on the outside of the house. Where at the other place, somebody put the range hood in, but they didn't. There was no original way to vent it outside, so that range hood was basically it was pointless, other than just providing light over your stove. But yeah, just little things. There's a couple light switches I'm going to replace just because they're a little fidgety. Got the breakfast nook and the kitchen light are on the same switch. On the far end, away from the kitchen, which is really weird to me. It's bizarre. But there's a double bulb light fixture above the sort of behind you, above the sink, kind of. So when you're standing there trying to cut vegetables or trying to wash, me and Shawnee talked about this yesterday, and your shadow is in your way. Your shadow is blocking the light. So my solution is a strip of those LED lights that is sort of, I got one here somewhere. We got a little piece of one here, but you get them on a roll, a couple 100 feet or 100 feet. I'm going to get probably 100 feet. I'm going to tack them underneath the cabinets, and that way I don't have to worry about that light up above. I can just turn those lights on and they'll light up the counter space, and I can work and hopefully not have any shadow. So I kind of know what it's going to look like because I have a short strip. I think it's only about 4 feet long, 5 feet long, and it's running across my counter. Now, I don't have much counter space in the first place, so I ran that where the wall and the backsplash, or the backsplash and the counter meet. I ran it across that edge and plugged it in. It was nice. It lit up everything back there, so that right now that little strip is more or less an accent light. It's not really white, it's colored RGB. So he gave me an idea how it's going to look. So I'm not going to go overboard. I'm not going for, looking all blinged out or whatever. I just want light over my countertop so I can wash my dishes. I could chop meat, vegetables up, whatnot, mix things up, and not have a shadow over my stuff. Yeah, so, and LED lights are cheap to run, especially those. So a lot of people use those lights. They come in a spool, and a lot of people use those lights for accenting their car and things like that. So, but in my case, I'm just more concerned about having lighting over my my work area in the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah, Duncan has strip lights under the wall cabinets. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm going for. I had one other idea. I don't know, I may not do it because it's a little bit more drawn out, but puck lights, you can get puck lights pretty, fairly cheap. But of course they have to have something to be inset. And I don't want to add to the cabinets because most cabinets in mobile homes are not, there's nothing to drill into or whatnot. I don't want to add extra weight by building onto it. So I think puck lights would be good in the rest of the house, but I don't think they would be very good around the kitchen area. So I think I'll go with the strip lights just in the kitchen. But yeah, LED lights are even a screw-in bulb type. That's what I have in here all through the house, because apparently we're not supposed to have incandescent bulbs, although I have some in a box somewhere. Hey, South Florida Sunshine, how you doing, Carol? It's good to see you. Or your avatar. It's good to see your avatar. Yeah, closets. That's a good place to put them too, is closets. Hey, Hugo Homestead, welcome in. Another option. I wonder, besides the, a lot of those strip lights will run off of USB. Hey, Tibor. So one of these is perfect in a, doesn't have to be anything nefarious, just a power outage. One of these would be great. You could plug a couple LED strip lights into the USB ports on this thing. You could even plug them into your outlets here, but that's an option. Or one of those. Oh, well, I wonder, maybe it's in the window and maybe it's charged. Yeah. Okay. Oh my, it's cold. It's really cold. It was in the window. Comes down to it. You got one of these nifty little devices here, and kind of back up. You got USB on there, and use USB-C, and yeah, I wonder if it charged all the way. Come on. Wow. All right then. I guess I'll plug that in before I go to bed tonight. Yeah. Huh. So that tells you we did get a lot of sunlight today, more yesterday, because it didn't charge all the way up. Yeah, but that's always an option. You can, some of those strip lights will just run off of one of those easily. You won't be sitting in the dark. Yeah, it's cold. It's going to get minus 20 tonight and tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't lose power too. Yeah. Let me see what we're going to do. I have an idea what it's already going to be. I think I've looked at the weather once already. So, yeah, tonight will be 3 degrees Fahrenheit. It's already 12 and feels like 4. We don't have much further to go. Cold weather advisory from Sunday 7 p.m. Eastern until Monday 1 p.m. Eastern. Wow. So let me go back. We're not going to warm up here until Thursday through Tuesday. Yeah. So we're going to be like 36 Thursday and 45 Tuesday. So slow warm up, but our overnight temps are going to be all over the place, like in the 20s and 30s. But yeah, we could complain about it, but it is what winter does. You know, it snows, it gets cold. And I think some of us are probably just making up for snow that we didn't get. Yeah, Duncan says it's 4 degrees here now. Tibor's forecast 2 degrees. Yeah. Carol down there in the subtropic area. Oh yeah. Yep. Come on up, Carol. Come on up. The weather's fine. Yeah, it's fine if you're a polar bear. Yeah, I don't understand that. That's something me and Johnny were talking about. Like no snow for them so far, and that's just so bizarre because it's like it most usually comes out of the north above us up there out of Canada. You would think that Minnesota, a lot of those northern states would get it, but it's really weird. It's been some really weird weather patterns. Oh, yeah. Bring all your tropical plants down there to Carol's. She'll babysit them for you. Yeah. So I don't know why some states are not getting snow. I don't want you all to get storms. Oh God, no. Like when all this started over a week ago, it was one storm after the other. As soon as we got one out of the way, the weatherman said, "Up, here's another one." So every 2 days there was another storm, just one after the other. It was like, yeah, we're making up for all the snow we didn't get in the past couple, 2 or 3 winters. Solar up. So the polar vortex, yeah, split in 2021. Used to be one, now it's 2. It kind of makes sense now, but then it's probably changed its pattern. So Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 23 is 100 in Minnesota and 60s in the South. Yeah. Yeah. It does. It does, Mike. It does mess with gardening. Uh, not just the gardening, but I mean, messes up a lot of plans. You plan to go somewhere maybe, and the weather can put a stop to that pretty quick too. I remember years ago coming back from Cleveland, and the closer we got to Kentucky, the worse the snow got on the interstate. And by the time we got to Mount Vernon, Kentucky, um, it was pretty deep, and we were having to stay in the tracks on the interstate. We're having to stay in the tracks that someone else made, and to hope that you didn't veer off, because it would. We were driving a front wheel drive. It was a Cavalier, and I just stayed in those tracks. So I didn't, get crazy and go. I need to hurry up and get home. I just took my time. If nobody liked it, take their chances and go around me. But everybody pretty much back then just took their time, and we all got home safe. And it turned out, that side roads or the roads off the interstate were much better shape than what they were on the interstate. So it seemed like a 71 was just, it was just pounded with the snow and ice and whatnot. It was just a mess. I wish I could remember what year that was, but yeah, it was a mess. Turns out that snowstorm that we got in Kentucky had come from Cleveland. So, and Cleveland gets the lake effect, which can really turn things on its heels. You just never know what to expect out of it. Just definitely expect a lot of snow. I bring it every day. There's Kelly. Hi, Kelly. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Um, yeah, I'm just, I'm glad that there are some of you that are blessed enough to live that far south that this kind of weather doesn't affect you. Um, I'm finding, the older I get, the less I like the cold. And I guess I've been in Kentucky long enough that northern, you know, temperament that my body was so used to, I guess is worked its way out. So I'm not so keen on being out in the cold. I'm okay at like 32. Yeah, about 32, I'm okay. But after 32, anything below that, forget it. Not a big fan. I'd much rather it be in the 40s. But we have spring to look forward to, gardening. Yeah. Duncan needs attempts in the 70s. Yes, yes, definitely in the 70s. So when I moved in here, summer was just barely hanging on. But even though I didn't have the air conditioner down here, it wasn't too awful bad. So it wasn't too bad. I think, um, I think the other house, despite it being in such bad shape, I think because it was so much closer to the woods, it stayed a little bit cooler in the summer. This one's out in the open, but I'm not going to say much because that means my garden will be out in the open. It won't be shaded like as much as what it was up there at the other place. So I'm looking forward to growing. Yeah. And Kelly's saying, yes, spring, please come soon. Absolutely. McQuaddy says, well, it's been snowing since 1 p.m. We only have 2.5 inches. They said we were supposed to get 6 to 8. Better start coming and heavier if we're going to get that much. Don't jinx it, Past McQuaddy. I'm telling you, Mother Nature is not in a playful mood right now. I was saying earlier, my driveway is almost impassable at this point. So even if I did go out there and, clear the driveway, everything coming off the hill is going to run right back across it. And, which is a shame because special needs bus actually uses my driveway to pull in. They'll pull in those first so they can back out and then go back the way they just came. And even though they're just putting the front wheels onto that ice, I would feel much better if I can get that cleared off. And I might try to do that tomorrow. It's not too bitter cold. But yeah, I've already dumped a whole bag of salt out there the other day when it was 50, and it turned it into mush. It was a mud puddle out there, an icy mud puddle. So yeah. Yeah. My mouse is not wanting to. There we go. You have to get aggressive with this mouse for some reason. Carol says, I remember my last Thanksgiving with my parents. We walked out of the house and it had dropped into the 20s, and I knew we would had to head home because my car was not ready for snow. Yeah. I had snow squalls today. Whoa. Yeah. Let me welcome to the stage Kentucky Goblin. Uh-oh. There he is.
Better watch out. It's cold out here.
Yeah, did you survive your trip?
Yes, I did. Had black ice on there in spots. You had to. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now in the morning, that could be early in the morning. It's going to be probably a different story for anybody that's going to have to be out early.
I mean, they probably called school off again.
Well, I don't think there's any tomorrow anyway.
Oh yeah,
Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, that's right.
But anybody got to be out between 4 and 8 o'clock in the morning might have a bit of a time there. But I see you ain't frozen up.
No, I mean it's a kind of chilly in some of the other rooms, but it's all right.
Um,
After I told you that, because you asked me if I needed smokes, and I was like, no. And about half an hour later, my propane goes. I'm like, oh yes.
oh well, that's the way it goes.
I was like, I don't care. You know what's weird? Remember, the one tank had a little bit in it left,
Yeah.
and then the other one they had to fill completely up.
Mm-hmm.
The one that they topped off lasted way longer than the second one did.
Well,
And I think the second one is the one he was having trouble with because there was ice around the
yeah.
valve.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if it didn't get, I don't know. He's got a gauge, but I mean, who knows? It just seemed like it went quick.
Yeah.
I was like,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I heard click and I looked over and it was off. So, okay.
Wave handed everybody out there. It's shelled out to me. Hope everybody's, if you're in the cold areas, I hope you're keeping warm. And if you're living in the warm areas, shame on you. That's how I'm going to put it. Shame on you. Shame on you. At least they're not rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, we'll get through this and look back at it. Oh, you remember that day it got real cold? I don't know what. Oh, I don't remember that day.
Now, because you're probably inside hugging a heater like I am. You're like, I don't remember it being cold. That was warm.
Yeah, we'll be out there in 7-degree weather and not even give this moment in history a time of day.
No.
Oh, it's you gotta go through the turmoils in order to get to the green pastures,
Yeah.
I didn't want to put my jacket on, so I tried to look for my vest and finally found it. Put it on. Keep my core, warm. I don't think it makes any sense.
What, when you went out driving?
No.
You just wanted
I didn't wear
okay. I was going to say,
no.
Hardcore.
No, that's stupid. I probably would have, but no. There's always a chance, something could happen, and there you go. That idiot just wearing a vest.
Yeah.
That would be my luck, so I didn't do it.
This would be me here. I'll be like this and my coat on.
Oh yeah.
It zips and it buttons, so I'd have it all done like that, and then this up over here like this. I'll be like that one kid on Kenny. I'll be Kenny, you won't be able to understand me.
Even though we do live or in a house where it's decently warm, I mean, you still want to I can still feel a little bit of cold, just a little bit. And it's there, so I'm going to be as comfortable as I can in the house,
Yeah.
But yeah,
I can't wear that.
I know one thing though. Blue jeans are not good for the wintertime.
No.
I've got blue jeans on. I about froze to death. And the other pants, see, they're just large enough to wear. That's why I like them, is I can wear layers underneath of it, like pajama pants or something like that, kind of thick. And I don't pay attention to it then, but he daggum blue jeans. Whoo! If I had to be outside very long in these things,
Yeah.
I guess that's why the Eskimos don't wear them. You think so?
Probably. I was just saying earlier, I mean, it didn't do me any good to clear the driveway off because all that stuff off the hill came back down and
No, you just waste your time right now. I had to go, like I said earlier, on the radio, I had to get some salt for my ramp, and because it was slick, and I didn't want her to bust her hind end out there and give me something to laugh about. But I didn't do that. I did salt. I'll go get some salt and salt her down like a very nice person.
Oh, that's
And two, I didn't want to fall.
yeah. Well,
That was the main reason. I didn't want to fall.
it's a good possibility.
Yeah, I got all the snow off of it, and it's just like a film of ice on top. So that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get hurt.
All my footsteps out there are not only were they filled in with snow, but they had an imprint of ice in there, and then like the snow just came down and filled them in.
Mm-hmm.
I dug one out earlier.
One of my cats come in, Sylvester. He come in. I figured he was gonna stay in for a while since he'd been out for like 2 days.
Mm.
Comes in and eats and moses around a little bit, and then he wants back out. Okay, well, you idiot, you won't go back out?
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever.
Mine stayed out for about 5 minutes, and then they came back to the door. Oh,
let me in, damn it.
Welcome all the way from Minnesota, the land with no snow, Shawnee Gross.
Well, they got snow up there.
No,
Nope.
there's no snow out here right now.
I bet it's cold.
Yeah, it's -14.
That's what I was getting ready.
Yeah.
I heard that earlier today that
No, thank you.
you can keep that up there, and we'll just deal with what we got.
Yeah, the high tomorrow is -5. That's
Oh,
the high.
that's heating up there,
Yeah.
That's heating up. Well,
Yeah.
this coming weekend, we're going to be up in the 40s and 50s this coming weekend. So,
Yeah.
For real?
Hold on. I will be right back.
yeah, that's what
Okay.
they're giving the forecast. Starting about around Thursday, it's going to start warming up. And by the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be in mid 40s and 50s.
I don't know what it's going to be in a week. I haven't looked that far ahead. I just was looking at today, tomorrow.
But I say that in tongue in cheek, they don't know. But I would assume that it'll be that because it generally is, here.
Well, that means
Well,
anything you have is going to melt and it's going to turn to mud for you guys.
Yeah, and it's going to be muddy for quite a while after this is all said and done. They won't be getting out in the field for anything.
Mike says it's going to be 20s this weekend, supposedly. Okay, it was 39 on Friday, but it was windy, so it wasn't even warm.
Our local weather forecast on television, well, it says 12 degrees here. So.
Carol, I have to pay for water in the town, so I'm not going to waste water building ice blocks. Build an igloo. That'd be an expensive igloo.
I would
It's
think
free.
so, yeah.
Water's free at the offsite garden, but it's not free in town. Yeah, there's so many businesses that are not making money right now in my state. People that have sports, like your snowmobiling and cross-country skiing, there's no snow to do any of that. All of the people that usually plow snow in the winter for their winter job aren't making any money.
Yeah, well, they should. Okay, I get you because there's no snow right now.
It's something. It's like, wow, okay, that's a good point. What can they do? They got to put the food on the table somehow.
I don't know. Go to another state and push.
Traveling snow removal.
come down there to Kentucky or whatever, it's got a lot of snow. Pay attention to the weather. Oh, I guess I'll be going to Ohio now.
Yeah, and it's a little, I want to say bizarre, where the storms are tracking. I get it. I get why it's happening. I can see
Yeah,
that's
we
where
got a
everything's
cold
coming together, but
we got a cold weather advisory,
yes, we do too.
and
Everything started today. We didn't have to jump any vehicles. We park outside. There's nowhere to park inside here. And so I'll probably run it every day, even though I'm not going anywhere.
I run about 30 minutes, something like that, or 20. Kind of let you keep the motor warm, but do that about every couple of 2-3 hours, something like that.
Oops.
You just trying to keep that battery good and warm and charged. Cold weather snap the life out of the battery pretty quick.
There's all kinds of problems. Usually blow lines and radiators crack.
Yeah, and it keeps the motor warm. It keeps all your liquids all good. And
our treasured home, have a good night. But yeah, we haven't had any problems yet.
Yeah,
tomorrow's baking day. I'm going to be cooking all day tomorrow. I'm going to write the plan on the paper here. Baking day. Yeah, you coming over?
Normally I would, Barry, but not if they're as cold as we are. I'm not benefiting anything.
You don't want to go ice skating at Barry's?
No. Now, if yours is just a little bit warmer climate up there, Shonda, I would get on a bus and head that way, but just to taste some cookies or something.
I'm gonna make caramel bars. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Oh, it's your birthday! Happy birthday!
Tomorrow, yeah. I was gonna go live tomorrow, but now I'm kind of feeling skittish about it.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what are we gonna talk about?
Well, just have an open chat or whatever.
I don't want to talk about me. I'm not giving any personal information, facts out. I'm not answering questions.
Why not?
Because that's not good etiquette on the internet.
We don't want to know your blood type or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
We just want to know. And women don't like telling
we already got that. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to say that.
Wait a minute.
I'm not even going to ask how old he is because I know how women are.
Oh, okay, that's a question. Yeah. So tomorrow I will be blowing up balloons for sure, and making my birthday dessert because I gotta plan my own birthday party.
Oh.
Right. That ain't right.
Oh, so that's how old she is.
It's the way it is. No one else is gonna make it special for me. I gotta do it all my damn self. So
you're old enough to drink tomorrow.
I haven't old enough to drink tomorrow.
That's what Tibor said.
I should. Oh, is that what?
What are you, 18?
Happy birthday! Now you can drink legally. Tibor, come on.
What are you, 18?
Tibor, you're funny.
Or she could be 21.
I haven't been drinking for 1 year now, and I have my favorite booze in the cabinet, but I'm not opening it. It is open. I'm not going to pour any.
Good for
I thought it was under the bed.
Well, that's the stuff I make. My favorite stuff is in the cabinet. The stuff I make.
Oh, the stuff you made isn't worth a crap. Okay.
You
don't need to fall off that wagon too quick.
She has the bad stuff and keeps the good stuff in the cabinet you can see. Okay.
Yeah.
I flip it around, put the bad stuff in the cabinet and the good stuff under my bed.
No, wait a minute. No, I did that in the past when drinking was no big deal to me. And it doesn't work because when it's by your bed, things happen.
Yeah, right.
And it's empty before you know it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tibor Two Harbors is beautiful. I've been up there for an anniversary or some kind of celebration in my life. I don't don't remember, but it was beautiful.
You don't remember? Okay.
It wasn't. It might have been I don't want to say. I don't know. My husband's asleep, so I can't ask him.
It's best to kind of just let that drop because if you don't remember, then there's no sense of.
I just know it was cool. It was great. It was wonderful.
Well, as long as you remember that part, good enough.
There's a South Florida Sunshine. There's a shot that I like that came from Raspberry Rock, Russell. It's Cointreau and then Chambord and lime cordial. So it's orange liquor, raspberry liquor, and then lime in a shot. And it's super good. But I don't have any of that here. What I have is Woodford Reserve. That's what I like.
Sounds very sophisticated to me.
I think it sounds like la-di-da and ta-di-ta.
Tasty. I love a good we don't have to talk about alcohol.
Do you drink
Never
it?
mind.
Do you
Never
drink
mind.
it with the middle
I don't know
finger?
how we did that, but
Oh my goodness.
Finger out like this, Barry, and she drinks it like, oh.
No.
Stock
No.
exchange and Wall Street.
Maybe I don't use my hands at all, Randall.
Huh?
maybe she's very talented, doesn't need to use her hands.
Maybe I don't use
could
my
be.
hands when I take a shot.
You did go like a
Yeah.
go.
You throw it back like a dolphin.
You drink it with a straw. You drink it with a straw.
Oh, I never thought of a straw. No, not a
Oh
straw.
Lord.
Oh, it'll
Oh,
make
no.
it'll knock you down quick.
dude, yeah, I made that mistake years ago.
Yes,
Never again.
that's an old trick.
You put down more than you think you do when you drink through a
So,
straw.
Yeah, I
Oh my
need to
God.
make
Mhm.
broth tomorrow. Let's start the list, guys.
Yes,
Caramel
you do.
bars is my birthday to me, and then broth for sure. What do you guys got going on? What's on your meal plan?
Well-
Definitely not birthday cake.
No.
I'm not in a hurry for mine.
Chicken enchiladas is going on the plan.
Oh, dang. There she goes.
Huh.
I'm telling you, this girl could cook too. I mean, I've not tasted her food, but yeah.
Let's see here. So I'm trying to create a good meal plan for my husband who needs to lower his uric acid and up his testosterone. And all the foods that are on the list he doesn't like.
Mm.
So this is the week of experimentation of trying to eat differently, and it's
Oh.
gonna go badly. I know it is because it goes badly when I try to eat differently.
So you changed his name from what it is now to Guinea and his last name Pig.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he went to the store and grabbed some stuff. We're gonna try it. Mom's chocolate covered cheesecake recipe with cherries on top. Carol, okay, I had a whole cheesecake bought from Perkins for when I had his birthday in December, and I've been taking out a slice every, like every week, and I've been putting caramel and cherries on it.
Oh,
I've been having cheesecake.
God,
recently.
that's three of my weaknesses all in one. Holy crap.
Caramel, cherries, and cheesecake?
Yes.
No way.
Women, if there's women out there trying to chase me, which I doubt it very highly, but if you want to capture me, just put a plate of, cheesecake smothered in cherries and caramel. I'll be right there. As long as your name's not Dora, I'll be all right.
So, Carol, I brought up the tart cherry juice and
I'll
dried
pass
cherries.
that
And he
information
said
along,
no.
Barry.
No.
He said absolutely not.
Yes, it will. Too late. Probably that individual, they probably eat it before you got it.
I have put myself to sleep with dried tart cherries because
Really?
I didn't realize that they had
They
that
make you
effect
go
on you.
sleepy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, why am I so sleepy? And I was out. I was out for like 2 hours.
If you remember correctly, back in the olden days and ancient times, cherries were that's what they ate.
Aphrodisiac.
They ate a lot of cherries back then too, as part of the meals, and actually as a snack, and that helped them go to sleep.
Yeah, but they also had 15 kids.
Yeah, well, too, I guess it's a potent aphrodisiac. I guess
I don't know, but
I have no idea. I like cherry pie.
I like
It's like a
chocolate covered
pecan.
cherries. Can we get some chocolate covered cherries? Those are good.
Yes, that would work too.
That works for me.
I like cherry pie, and I like those also.
So I'm gonna do
Ah.
muffins. What kind of muffins should I make? I did chocolate chip
Blueberry.
last time. Blueberry?
Blueberry.
I got,
Blueberries is good.
gosh,
She's
I
got
wonder if
blueberries.
you
Blueberry
eat 'em.
smothered in cherries.
Blueberries. I have a bunch of pie filling I need to turn into bread or something, but I still haven't done that.
Mm.
And then we're gonna do tacos of some sort, but usually I make like shredded beef, not ground beef, or like shredded pork, because I really don't want to eat a chicken taco, to be honest.
You
And
just
a slaw,
reminded
like
me.
cabbage slaw on top. What's up?
We got pulled pork the other day,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've got tortillas in there.
yeah.
I've
You got
got,
cheese?
I got a little bit of cheese.
plan for that, and I'm gonna make me some sandwich stuff. I'm gonna eat it with sandwich.
Yeah, my thing though, like I call it a taco, but I don't season it with taco seasoning because it irritates me. But if my husband makes a taco, he wants the taco experience, right?
Right. Yeah. So separate pans.
So yeah, it's separate. Like do it, whip it up yourself in your own thing with the spices because I don't want it touching mine. Stuffed French toast.
Oh
with
yeah,
pie
right.
filling.
Johnny doesn't like her food touching.
No, it's right.
Dude,
Did you take notes of
dude.
that?
Yeah, I remember that because it sounded weird.
I don't like when things get mixed up.
Yeah. I've seen the stuffed French toast done, Carol, with the Texas toast
Yeah,
or
the
the
thick
thick,
one.
the thick cut bread. Yeah, it was really cool. I thought, well, I mean, if I had the patience, I'd probably make it myself. Just not. I don't know. I just haven't made any, meals. It's just like one or two things on my plate. And I'm just like, I'm fine with that.
Since it's cold, we're gonna do some soup life. We're gonna do ham and bean soup.
Oh,
I gotta do a chicken soup too. I've
never
got it
ate
just.
that.
I took it out of the freezer and I'm thawing it because I made it once upon a time. Crazy Life
Yeah.
Homestead.
I know.
Yeah, soups. This is soup weather. Definitely chili
Yeah.
and good homemade vegetable soup is great.
Oh yeah, I got chili in the freezer. My daughter will eat chili, but nobody else will.
Back in the day, my grandma made the best homemade vegetable soup.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it have noodles in it?
No, all kinds of vegetables, corn, everything.
There you go.
It was great.
Maraschino cherry soaked in rum is my favorite.
I have yet to even anybody even come close to it. Really, I've tried.
T Junior.
Hello, GT. Drive safe. What's your weather? Type the temperature if you can at a stoplight.
Yes, only at a stoplight.
You'd be weaving all over the road.
We're kind of fond of you, so yeah, at a stoplight,
Oh, you do what you want.
Oh, you wrote all our names. Yeah. 32. Whoa, it's a hot lava over there. 32?
Yeah, what's wrong with Alaska? 32 and us 12. What part of that?
Because it all came from Alaska. What we're experiencing probably came from up there.
That's completely bass-backwards.
Mm-hmm. He's got snow, though.
Bizarro land. Golly.
I don't know about anyone else, but I cannot, like at 32, it doesn't feel cold to me, even though technically it is pretty cold because it's freezing, but I don't feel it the same as if it was like below
0?
32. Yeah, anything below 32. And I'm comfortable at like in the 40s.
Yeah,
I guess because I've been in Kentucky for 32 years now. I'm kind of,
depends
my
what
body's,
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, so if I'm taking the garbage, the compost, the recycling, and filling the bird feeder, I can do all that without a coat on, no problem. But then I want to come in immediately.
But I bet you do it very quickly, don't you?
And you kind of, you don't lollygag. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you do.
And it's not a long walk. It's not a long walk.
You baby. Yeah.
Bass-backwards there, Mike. That's completely bass-backwards. I mean, If there was ever a definition for bass backwards, that's it. Warmer in Alaska it is in Kentucky. That makes no sense. Somebody's messing with the thermostat again.
GT Junior, why? Why are you shoveling the cold in my direction? Thought we were friendly.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That's, between Alaska and Canada, they just give us all their cold weather.
Hey, Homestead Aquarius. What's up, man? Hope he's staying warm too.
But that's the way it goes, ain't it?
Gonna be 30. Oops, it jumped on me. It's gonna be 39 degrees on Friday.
We're gonna have that kind of weather this weekend. So
GT needs to come get this weather. Homestead Aquarius.
Yeah, somebody left the door open up there in Alaska.
Hey, maybe it's not GT. Maybe it was Andrew.
Oh,
could have been Andrew.
I have to get some juice. I'll be right back.
Who said that?
Huh?
Well, GT said it was like 30 some degrees there, didn't he?
Yeah, it's 32 right now, but he said they're expecting 39.
Yeah. Somebody left the door open up there and let all the cold air out. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. South Florida Sunshine said, GT Junior, tell Andrew and the kids to put the fans away. Yeah.
Yeah, they got important and blowing all that cold air out.
They say they're almost Russia where they live.
Yeah, it's
Inuit.
We'll be all right.
Inuits. Yeah. Carol's gonna be asleep before we know it. She'll fall asleep right there with that phone in her hand.
Yeah.
Just drank some tart cherry juice. Oh.
Yeah,
you know what you were getting into, Carol. Hi, baby. Hi.
Yeah, with that bottle or whatever it's in sitting there tempting you, it's bound to happen.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I didn't used to be wimpy when it comes to wintertime, but as one gets older, he kind of, doesn't see the point of being out in it as much.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, if I bundled up a little bit, I'd go out there. The day before yesterday, I did go out there and walk plumb down to the creek and looking at it and stuff. I had to get out of the house. Take a little walk,
Well, that's bad, GT. Very bad.
Oh, yeah, we pretty much know what you're going to, GT. That's the way it's been here, but now today it snowed pretty much all day.
Yeah, and it was actually spitting snow when I just before I got back to the house here a while ago.
This one's got static in its fur.
What
the heck you got in your fur?
Yeah. This time next year, hopefully, if the good Lord allows me to live that long, I have got a wood stove give to me. And this time next year, I'll be having some wood heat to go along with everything else.
Wow. It's a big commitment, wood heat.
I burnt it before, but I'm gonna use it as a backup kind of
Yeah. Okay.
a side deal there in case it gets down like it is right now. Whatever. Just it's a small stove. It's one of them steel. It's more or less for a cabin, but it'll suit my purposes.
Okay.
And
Microsoft Windows Defender just popped up over the chat.
oh, really?
We have done a thorough scan of your system and everything is A-OK. Okay, could you have told me that later?
Yeah, because I can't put it in right now because I'm wanting to make sure everything is stove ready before I put one in.
Yeah.
And I gotta get an insert and all that. The best part about it, I've had one like it before. It's one of them small. It's a steel stove, and the wood will be about that. I'll say roughly about that long. You'll have to cut them that short in order to get them in the door.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get that steel good and hot, it'll stay.
It'll radiate heat.
Yeah, if you got a good draft in that pipe, it'll sit right there and just simmer. And if you got good wood, I used to burn wood a lot, and
Stop now.
I just like to have a backup.
Okay. Yeah.
A backup for the backup.
Yeah, in case I back up.
I have the same situation here. We've had a situation where the furnace went out, but the house had power,
Mm-hmm.
and the people couldn't come for days, and it was cold out, and so we used the oil radiators that you plug in, the electric
Mhm.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys have seen before, if we don't have
Ow,
power, we
stop.
run off like your Mr. Buddies.
Mm-hmm. It's always good to have a backup. I've
And
told
then-
everybody that.
When we go to bed, we put the hot hands in the bed. I think that's what they're called. Hand warmers. Yeah.
No, you want to play like that.
And then you fight over the cover. Oh, you getting all the cover?
I don't share with anybody. So
Well, that's not very nice.
there's no arguing over any covers.
That's right. Yeah.
I have
That's not
sleepovers.
very nice.
Sometimes there's sleepovers, but you bring your own blanket.
So everybody have their own blanket.
Yes. And bed. Everyone has their own space. You have the right to your own space here at my house.
I guess.
Dude, I saw a really cool setup
Oh,
in Temu.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Temu.
I'm sorry. Was that too clear that I made that sound?
I totally get it. Truly do.
Yeah,
I had
it's,
to order like forever.
yeah.
from them,
Sorry.
but-
I'm sorry.
yeah.
So like this bed. Go ahead, Randall.
No, you go ahead. Yours more interesting.
I'm just saying this bedroom setup thing. It's like a bunk bed on the top, and
Mhm.
then everything else is storage. Like
Mhm.
these cabinets that, well, I'd have to do this to walk into them, but you could practically walk into these, like it's closets, it's drawers, and it's ladder, or not a ladder, but steps to walk up to the bed, but the steps they have drawers in them.
Mhm.
And I looked at that thing, I said, damn, that's cool, except for the fact that everything's the same color. And then I looked at the price, I was like, oh my God. It's like 1,032 or something like that. I was like, good Lord, I could build one cheaper than that. It's like,
Right.
and then scroll down a little bit further and they'll top that.
But then you look at it too, Barry. It's coming from China, and if it's anything like that radio pouch that I ordered that has the sling on it,
Yeah.
and normally I know from experience that them lanyards on them radio pouches, they hang below your waist, They'll go around and they'll attach to the pouch, and all the firemen carry them around, when they're all on not around the building. Anyway, I go order that. Them little fellas over there are small.
Yeah.
I put that thing on, fix it like and that reel's way up here. When it's supposed to be down there, it's way up here. I said, "Oh my God, them little fellas!"
It's made for like an 8-year-old.
You think so? And I tried to. I said, "There's got to be some way of adjusting it." And no, I've done it that far as I could go.
Which that whole setup I was explaining, they're tall enough to walk into that closet part of it without ducking.
They are.
The guys
part
in there.
The pouch part is nothing wrong with that part.
I mean, I wasn't even saying anything about the women; just the guys alone could walk into that thing.
But could you trust it? I mean, could you?
No, hell no. That's why I'm saying I could build one cheaper and probably safer because you know what they're using. They're using that particle board that's sawdust glued together.
I'm a bird and follow through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm very disappointed that my household bought a year ago a sawdust cardboard glue dresser, and I knew it was a bad idea, but we just did it anyways, and it broke again the other day, and I'm just like, why did I even do this? Because I have an actual wood dresser next to me, and I should have just got another one of these snatched up for free on the side of the road. Bought that stupid thing. Nita's cooking show.
Yeah, them particle ones, you can't fix them. There's no way.
I'm very upset that we spent money on that thing.
Okay, so I scrolled down a little bit more, and this thing was, oh my God, it was elaborate. Like your kids, if they were like all stuck in one room, it had to be a big room for one thing. And it was one single bed that a double bed could fit like maybe 3 kids in it. And then on the top was 2 or 3 more bunks.
Wow.
It's like, and that one was metal, but still, I've seen kids destroy metal furniture before. Like they like that, and next thing you know, it's bent, and they're like, I can't sleep because my back is in a hole. It's like, well, you weren't so rough with it. And then I kind of like do this with it up from underneath, and then I realized, well, maybe the kids just added to it because it was already weak in the first place. I'm like doing this, and I could feel the bars starting to give, and I'm like, oh, this is crap. I gave how much for this? And then you realize, you're like, dude, really? Yeah. They look nice. That's it.
There's some things on Team U it's okay, but there's some things else, questionable.
I have a bed frame up there at the other place that is from the 70s. Maybe early 80s that has that thick real wood.
Mm-hmm.
The real wood. I mean, when you pick it up, you better be, ready to pick it up because they'll give you a hernia if you're not careful.
Yeah.
That's just one piece of it. The headboard is the heaviest part.
I just looking at Team U, but you got to be careful. You'll get addicted. You'll get to scrolling down. Ooh, that looks nice.
Do I dare say I wish they would ban that too here? Is that
really
okay?
too? Yes. Yeah, you're correct.
Let's just get rid of that too while we're clicking things.
You're right.
Which opens a whole nother wedge of, well, if we can cancel that, why don't they cancel other URLs around here? But I'm not going to get on that if you don't want to talk about.
We could do that though, but then we still have Banggood and
Red Dot.
There's another one.
But okay, if they cancel Team
just make a new one.
I won't be able to order my Chinese notepads.
Oh, your Chinese notepads.
Yeah.
I guess you'll have to get them from somewhere else.
Well, I have to think about that one.
I need
I'm-
pens, y'all, because the pens keep walking away. Why can't I ever find a pen in my house?
Well, Team U has all kinds of pens.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to.
But I would hate to get them.
Don't take it. I'm giving this to Shawnee. Don't take it.
Oh, thank you. Here, yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
well, look, you got it. Nice.
Even if they were a penny a piece,
Man, that would be creepy if that works. That would be so creepy.
If that worked,
Ooh.
I'd be sitting there going, "Wow, what else can we fit
What
through
can
this
we pass
screen?"
through? You only get 5 a day, right? You only get 5 items to pass through in a day.
Yeah.
Limit.
The good ones.
What else can we fit through at camera at screen?
These are the good
Maybe we
ones.
can get that ball in there.
What do you like? I like clickable, like I think Sharpie brand.
I got it in there, Barry. It's in there.
Black ink, but
What's
not
that?
jelly.
Hi.
Looks good. Yeah, it
See
says
how
hi.
fine it writes?
What's the tip? Like, I don't know, 0.7, 0.5. I don't remember the numbers.
It doesn't say. It just says permanent true red, which that wasn't red, but
Bring to a boil.
I got a bunch of ink pens. I got some in this. I got blank Bics in this.
they were
And
left here.
I got a whole wad of pens right here. And I learned on these ink pens, if you store them down like that, they'll do better. They won't never always store.
That looks
these
like
pens.
the Bic pens.
It is, but it'll work with any ink pen if you store it with the point down like that. It'll never. You can pick it up and start writing with it.
There's like a specific pen that stays in a jar in the kitchen. That's the kitchen pen, right? No one takes the kitchen pen out of the kitchen pen spot. But then the pens in my room disappear.
Well, what happened if somebody accidentally did pick it up by some reason?
And then didn't return it back to its home?
Right.
Oh.
Needed it real for an emergency or something, you know.
They're going to get in big trouble.
God, your house is so...
And then there's the questionable,
Freebies.
bank pens that you get for free. They
I
give
got
them
some of that too. I usually try to grab a handful when I'm in at the bank.
Well, usually
I'll
the
still
ones
grab
that
a whole
you get
handful
for free,
of
the ink is like half of what the ink normally is. Yeah.
I'll just grab a handful of them.
they sort of right.
Yeah, they do pretty well.
Yeah.
They do pretty well.
That's my check writing pen, so I keep it in my coat with my check.
Well, I can't, I can stand sharing the cover for up to a point, but then again, I kind of like having my own cover, blankets.
I was like, what are we talking about? Blankets.
Well, we're talking about blankets now.
Gosh, you lost me for a second.
You got to be on top of things, Shawnee. You can't. It's like this conversation is fluid.
I'm trying to read how to make oatmeal. I want to try oatmeal.
We'll get to that.
And so I'm just reading about that.
How do we make oatmeal?
Oh.
Let's talk about that, Barry.
She's already. I just eyeball it with the hot water.
Like I'm looking for measurements, yeah. But it's like a half a cup of oats. That sounds like a ton. So I'm gonna cut it in half. Like it's
a quarter cup is probably enough.
So that would be where I'd start. Yeah.
According to Tibor, that the last person that took your pen from that jar is in the bottom of the lake, Superior.
That's what you heard, Tibor? That's not acceptable.
I won't testify in court over that, so I won't do it unless there's money involved.
So do you put water and milk in your oats, or what's the liquid?
I usually just use hot water.
Hot water?
I've made it both ways. I've made it with milk and and just a little bit of water. So.
Oh, Carol's getting specific.
Well, I learned that one thing about it, and during my EMS days, you learned that when you went to a hospital that you kept your good pen in your pocket, and the one you was wanting to loan out to somebody right here.
Up here, yeah.
Yeah. Can I borrow your pen? And as doctors was the worst in the world. They take that pen and you never see it again.
Wow.
And I learned that. I said, okay, I just got this crappy one. Okay, and I have to work. Yeah, you better not. You better not pull out that fancy high dollar ink pen.
Yeah.
And doctor's eyes go, meh.
And then when they go to move to their next job, they can't find any of those pens they stole.
Yeah. Well, they'll just lay them down. They'll lay them down by the end of the night and into the shift, whatever. They'll lay them down. They'll never somebody else pick them up. That's where it goes. They'll float around that whole hospital for about 6 months. That same ink, be floating around. Yeah, I keep ink pens pretty handy. Yeah. Like I said, I got a collection right here in this corner. A pen. I probably half of them probably don't even write now. They probably don't. This little fancy one here. It's got stars and stripes. It's nothing wrote on it, just stars and stripes. Let's see if it writes. Yep, it writes. It's a fancy one. It's got the American Eagle on the clip. It's fancy.
Ooh.
Fancy. Then I got this big fat one. This big. This is the type of pen you want to keep in your pocket, and just in case somebody wants to borrow one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got one. You got any other? I've had them ask me, "Do you have any more ink pens but that one?" I said, "We think I am the ink pen store. You make more money than I do. You should."
I look like Office Depot.
I've asked. I said, "Well, you make more money than I do. Sure to God, you can afford a damn ink pen." As much as you charge these people for looking at them. Very.
I haven't done that, Carol, but just today I walked into the kitchen and I already forgot what the hell I was in there for. And it's only 12, maybe 13 feet from this bedroom to the kitchen. And I turned around, walked back towards the bedroom, as this usually works. And before I could even get to the bedroom door, I remembered what the hell I was going in the kitchen for. I turned around, went back in there. But I kept repeating to myself over and over in my head what I was going in there for so I wouldn't forget again. So, warning, Shawnee. You get our age, and there's something to look forward to.
Well, the reason I go into a room and forget what I'm doing currently is because someone gets in my ear and is talking to me, and then I go and look at where I was gonna go, and I'm like, "What was I doing?" Because I just got sidebarred,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
If I don't write it down, I'll forget it.
I love writing stuff down. Yeah.
I used to not have to do that, but I do now. And then I forget where I wrote it down at.
Oh, I have to make. That's what
I got
Carol does that. Don't you, Carol?
Huh? Oh.
I said Carol does that, don't you, Carol? You write something down and just forget you wrote it on.
That's what I was.
That's sad.
There's 13 watching. I wonder if one of them is Becca. Becca, are you in there watching from the bedroom? Because I know you probably won't chat, but I think you're right. Step down and forget it too.
Nobody's in the bushes. I don't see no eyeballs up there.
I know sometimes she watches when she gets ready for bed because it takes her a bit to get into the bed. So she'll do two things at once, usually.
A good exercise, which I try to do it every once in a while, a good memory exercise is to intentionally put something down and then go about doing something else and then try to remember where you put it down at.
There we go. Case in point. Still have no idea where your email address went.
I do it from time to time. Help my brain. But if you're like Shawnee, you shouldn't have to because she has her kitchen ink pen that she won't let nobody bother.
That's right. Don't touch my
And,
pen.
Touch.
If I was around her house, I'd be the first thing I went after, the ink pen.
My pen in the kitchen.
I need to borrow that ink pen for just a little bit.
Nope, you don't have access to it. Sorry.
Well, that's a good thing. It's you're lucky because I would have to borrow it. And,
I'm sure there's more annoying rules of my house that are
Oh,
normal
I'm
to
sure
me.
there is. I'm sure
Just
there
ask
is.
the people I live with.
I'm sure there's all kinds of rules. No blank, no. Everybody has their own blanket,
Yep.
their own space,
hmm
and nobody touches that damn ink pen in the kitchen.
That's right.
And
If mom's chocolate cake is in the fridge, no one touches mom's chocolate cake either.
I'm sure that those rules are there for a very good reason.
There's other rules that I make and no one cares about. They don't follow them. So,
oh,
pick and choose your battles around here.
Yeah, Carol, it's on my about page, by the way.
Oh, it's even public.
Yeah.
That's funny.
My channel used to be my name.
Mm-hmm. I know how that feels.
I got, well, you have a very unique name. I think it works.
Yeah, thanks.
I think it works.
I like my name very much.
Yeah, it's cool.
It came from Baywatch. Fun fact.
I call it Babe Watch.
Yeah.
I didn't like that show because it was too.
I'm not a fan of it. Yeah.
No, if I was still.
What would be the right word for me to put on that show? Distracting.
Well,
what was the show about? What show? That show you were watching.
That show's not as interesting.
You're going, oh, that show. I don't remember.
Coffee's cold.
Uh-oh. It was warm an hour ago.
Yeah. An hour ago.
Shawnee, I thought.
Randall?
Oh, Carol, wait. Let me double check. Maybe I'm wrong. Perhaps I removed my. I don't think I removed my email
So
address.
I worked as a person at McDonald's, and I went through all the rings and ladders in the place, and it was connected to a truck stop. So if I was a cashier on the main, not the main till, not the drive-through, and they saw my name, you can about imagine all the fun things people said to me about Native American, Oklahoma, tribe stuff. Nope, none of that. What's your order? I just always requested to be in the kitchen after that.
As As if they were all experts on those subjects.
Like, because
right?
that has anything to do with what? No, I am not
Yeah.
any of those things.
I would say a woman could be named Shawnee and not be Native American.
I get
there's
asked
nothing-
on YouTube. I get asked on YouTube, "Oh, do you live in any of the?" There's a couple of states
Yeah,
that have
they-
Shawnee towns in them, and I'm like, nope.
I just assumed that you was named after a Native American. I
There's
didn't know. I
there's
could
an
tell you
actress.
wasn't.
There was an actress on Baywatch, and her name was Shawnee, supposedly, and so that's where the name was
Oh,
sparked.
I don't remember that episode.
Well, given the job that you were working at the time, it might have been a really weak attempt to flirt too.
Oh, I got all kinds of weird attempts to flirt because I worked the PM shift because I was in school during the day, so that made it even more fun at the truck stop.
Yeah, it's very back. And you're talking about a truck stop too, so
Yeah, and then I was a closing manager towards
Oh,
my end
no.
of the career there, so that
No.
I was always there at night. Why, thank you, Carol.
There you go, Carol.
Yeah, she won't let you touch. She'll kill you over at damn ink pen.
That's right.
There's
Light my hair on
there's
fire.
everything on my about page right there, Carol.
Does yours? You
and
see
probably
stuff I
thank-
can't see though.
And probably think you don't want to know.
I see dead people.
Oh boy.
Barry, you got a lot of stuff on your.
Oh,
about
yeah.
page.
I can see it. Why? What's on Randall's about page? Now I'm going over
Oh,
there.
I'm not going to tell.
I'm going over there now.
Oh God. Go ahead and look. I don't
See
even
what we got.
remember. Hey, I don't even remember what's on
Look,
there.
I joined July 31st, 2009.
I don't even
Wow.
remember what's on mine. I swear I don't.
I gotta find it.
I have no clue.
I know where I was when I did that too.
I know my email's on there and stuff.
Type something in the chat so I can just click on that because I can never get it to come up when I type it in.
Why not?
Check something
You
in.
tell me you created the channel. I don't know what button you clicked, but I can never find you unless you've created something recently. Put a dot in. Here we go. Okay. Thank you.
Wow, it's all capital letters unless
Yeah,
the
I do
shadow.
that. I do that, and it never comes up on my thing. Oh, let's see here.
Hey, Nita.
A small channel with big ideas. Should I read the whole thing out loud?
No,
Yeah,
Okay.
we promote channels here. Go ahead.
collector of pink pens.
We are located in the central part of the state of Kentucky in the rolling hills and the deep woods. This is a small channel with big ideas. Stay in touch with us. Drop in to say hello. Drink some coffee or whatever you like and relax. This will be a variety channel of sorts with something for everyone. So
And
check
bring
me
your
out.
own ink
Hit
pen.
that sub button and the thumbs up. It'll be sure to push me out. There we are a small channel with big ideas. Thank you ahead of time for the visit. Also, there is Shadow Valley Paranormal.
There you go.
And bring your own ink pens too.
Disclaimer.
I didn't know all
Okay,
that
so,
crap was on there.
hold
Now
on.
I'm going to go in there and delete it all.
Bring your own ink pen.
I'll put it in there.
BYOIP.
I'll put that in. I'll put that in there.
BYOIP.
Poop.
Biope.
Bio.
Well, you eat.
Weep.
Yeah,
Oh.
Carol, same with it's like the time I created to look at YouTube, not make videos. So I'm not even saying the date. Yeah.
That's all. This channel here was for a long time.
Yeah.
I had my paranormal channel. That's when I focused on a lot. That's when I actual channel. This is something I watch YouTube on.
That's what mine started out as.
And my God, it just went from there to there. And
Think
here
of-
we are.
I believe I was living in Waynesburg when I made that account. Or this account.
I never did.
They tell you to like have a personal account and have the business account, but I haven't followed that rule, so I just do everything on this one.
Yeah, me too. That's the way I do it. I just
I don't want to log in and out of a bunch of different accounts to have fun on YouTube, so I just stick to
Well, you technically don't have to. Like,
You don't have to log out and out.
you
You
can
just
just
switch around
switch account and
up in the corner and you switch or whatever.
well, I've tied all mine to the same email address, but when I post it, so
It may be. I'm gonna check mine because the reason why you can't find that because it may be something else added to that they put on there. I think at one time there were some numbers that was added to it.
well, I tell you what, butter me up. They have a bowl full of food. They have water.
Should I can I I don't know if I can show you what I see when I type in Kentucky Goblin.
You probably see a
Maybe if
bunch
I move it-
some numbers after. I think it's a few numbers after that.
I guess I could share my screen. Would
Yeah.
that?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it'll work. I mean, you're gonna maybe see stuff you shouldn't be seeing, so just keep your opinions to yourself over there. But
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, because I'm too young.
it's in the basement.
I
Why?
don't need. I
So
don't need to see these
when I
things.
type in Kentucky Goblin in all caps, this is what I get: bedtime stories, History Channel. This is all the stuff that comes up. It does not bring me your channel anywhere.
That's weird. That's very
But
weird.
you have to type his in all caps.
I did. See,
Oh,
it's all
okay,
capped.
I didn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's
We're
good to
paying
ask
attention.
questions, Barry. I didn't mean to snap at you.
No, it's your fault.
Yes,
Your fault. You
Yes,
never
she
feelings.
yeah, she meant to snap at you. She did.
That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here.
I'm looking at something here. See if I can.
I didn't
So-
come here to be abused.
I don't understand. It's like
Uh,
you can't have the name Kentucky
That button.
Goblin. Like, I don't know how to fix that for your channel.
it could be. It's Kentucky Goblin 2329.
Yeah. They after so much time, they will give you the option to change.
That worked. That worked. When I did 2329, there you are.
You might even have the option now, Randall, to change that. You could change your nickname to just Kentucky Goblin.
There's so many times in a month or a week that you can do it. But yeah, you can change it whenever you
That's
want.
the handle in my customization. I go to the handle. Is that it? That's what
Yep.
I'm looking at.
It'll drop you could drop the numbers off and it'll be easier to find it.
Yeah, take the numbers off.
I think he's in my Hall of Fame thing, so I don't think I'll have any problems finding him. Ah! Such a jerk.
Okay, I took them off. Let's see. We'll publish it, and it'll be all one word: Kentucky Goblin.
I love you.
Okay.
Jerk. He's so fuzzy. He's so fuzzy, but he gets against my hoodie, and the static starts making his fur all weird.
You type it in all lowercase. It should pop right up.
Shoot, you good boy.
I took the numbers off.
Go on.
I seen that the other day, and I didn't really think much about it, and so got to doing something else. And
I don't know. I'll try it. I don't know if it'll work instantly. I'll try it tomorrow because when I did it just now,
yeah, that'll be fine.
I don't know how long it takes. It didn't work just now.
Okay. But, yeah, it's funny. I kind of try to keep things updated, but I didn't realize it was that way. I noticed somebody else was telling me that they couldn't find it, and I said,
Yeah,
that's unusual.
type it in.
Unusual.
Won't bring me to you. Like, I'm subscribed. It should be the first thing.
Yeah, it should be.
So now you know what it looks like.
Hey, I got it. So type at the at sign and then Kentucky Goblin, all one word, and it would
Actually,
be the second or third one in the search.
Yep, that worked.
Yep. So it's instantaneous.
I could take that at part off.
No, that's how they find you.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
everyone has that as that
Okay.
second line.
Because your channel is a subdomain name of YouTube. And that's why they do it like that.
Oh.
Man,
Fancy.
I was trying to sign up for a class and it was like, I need your YouTube channel, right? So I just went to my like about page and it has it in there and it's like, this isn't the one I want. I want you to go to your studio, go to here, customization, go to here. And I was like, I didn't even know it existed as a different thing in here. I had to learn that today. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Picky.
Didn't know there was a different URL, you know.
Yep. Them URLs are very important.
Yes.
That's what I used to call him, Earl. 'Cause at the time, my name was Earl, was pretty popular. That show cracked me up. It was so
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, my name's Earl.
Yeah, that show was so stupid it cracked me up.
Yeah, that was so. That series was funny. It was funny. It was. You don't see no shows like that anymore.
Mm-mm.
It's made by the same people. It looked like the same show basically as The Walking Dead. How it was the same people that made My Name is Earl and My Name and Saul. Better Call Saul.
All right,
And-
Tibor. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in with us.
I think it's made by the same company or whatever.
You got it bad for me tonight?
Breaking Bad, you know. I didn't watch Breaking Bad very many shows that episode. I just never could get into it. The whole drug making thing. I could never, wrap my head around that.
Yeah. Crazy Life Homestead. No, I don't have my 4K yet.
So everybody, check out Barry's latest playlist and run it, and let's help him out.
Listen to her. She.
You have playlists, right?
Yeah.
I've never been in there, but I believe me.
I got one made. This ain't got nothing dropped in. Well, I got a few things dropped in it, but
At the beginning of the live, I actually played, the video that I was trying to upload before I tried like crazy, but like it was giving me trouble on editing. So I was like, okay, I'll just play it and then I'll upload it later.
It's great to hear that you've made a video.
What was my hours? Let me see. I'll look quick. Not that I really care, but
Well,
the
people
anyway.
are asking. There's people that want to know. Must please the people.
I get that. I still have to finish setting everything else up. Stop scrolling. It's not scrolling for me. Okay, so I have 3,076 public watch hours.
Do you say 3,076?
Yep.
Okay.
I got $5.99.
Hours?
$5.99. Yeah, 599 hours. What's
Yep.
our lifetime?
My biggest downfall is just I'm not consistent with my videos.
You have to do the last 365 days, Randall. Because that's what counts. There's a filter on the top right to change it.
It says they've improved the data quality for subscription gain and lost sources.
What?
So I got 79 subscribers.
Y'all spread the love. Help Randall get some subs. That's an order.
I get them, you know, and if they want to, fine, you know, I get them, you know. Surprised me that my little idea seems to be working, so I'm keeping it up, and I got some more to put out there, so I'm done. I'm good plumb up till the 25th of February on stuff to drop. So I still got about 9 more to record and get up on YouTube. So I'll be plumb up until probably around the midweek of April. But I put one out at I schedule it like about 4 days apart, 3 to 4 days apart.
I'm gonna have to video the cats opening this door over here. It's hilarious.
I want to see that.
I got 2 that will stand up on their hind legs and push the door with one paw, and then just.
Well, we got one that comes and goes to the bedroom like that. If I leave the door just not shut all the way to, it's kind of pulled, you know, it's kind of, you know.
Yeah.
They'll push the way out and in and out like that.
Let's see.
You know.
Oh, come on, loosen up for me. There we go. The door, well, it's hard to see, but where the hell's the door at?
Oh, where is it, Barry?
Oh, it's behind the shelf. So
prove it.
Right there is the door, right above the cat. So that door doesn't have the bolt? It doesn't have the bolt to keep it shut. So it kind of flops. And I don't know why. Somebody went through the house and took all them little, you know, the bolt that goes into the wall. Took them out of all the doors except for this bathroom.
Huh.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any damn sense to me.
Now you gotta look the 2 previous occupants, you gotta understand who they are. But
yeah,
or it could have been as far back as the 3rd occupant, the earliest, Ronald.
Yeah.
Could have
I
been.
got a piece of his wife's mail in a mailbox the other day.
You know, even with that said, that's still, you know, you're not dealing with people with a full deck to start with. Neither one of the 3 occupants.
At the last one, instead of trying to fix the door, they just tossed the door outside and let the weather get to it.
Yeah. He remember when we was having so much problem, people stealing our mail, and I got that power supply stolen.
Yeah.
They got it. They did.
Oh. Carol just did a membership thingy or a super chat, one of the 2.
She gave you $5 there, Barry.
Well, that was cool. And YouTube will get part of that. But that's cool. Thank you. I believe that's a membership.
Yeah, I'll see it up there. $4.99. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, you all click on that and you'll be first to be members. She's checking. She's tested me. I need to finish setting that up. But I hate messing with stuff like that because it aggravates me. That would be a lot. Well, the membership thing, I think I'm gonna make it a little bit cheaper. If you can, I don't know if you can make it any cheaper.
She said, "Wait, I just saw you have super chats." Whoop.
Oh, my chat is not updating for some reason. Yeah, okay. I see it now. My chat was stuck. I had to mess with the chat to get it to work. Okay. Yeah, super chat. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad that works, Carol. Thank you for checking that. It is partially set up, so I needed to finish doing that because it wasn't really like a high priority for me, you know.
Yeah.
I just
Yes, you can get around to it. I mean, these winter, this cold winter days, you can something to give you time to set it up, whatever.
yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm just gonna treat this like I did getting to the 3,000. It's just like if it happens, it happens. If not, okay. But yeah, thank you, Carol. I appreciate it.
That's why I have my channel. I just try different things, and I was really surprised that it jumped like from 51 or 2 from up to 79.
Cool.
All them watch hours is them old radio shows has really lifted it off.
One of the things that I talked about on the Secret Vaults live stream the other night was, because he had asked me how I got it.
Look at this! Look what this certain person put on here. Look there. Look what Shawnee put. Ain't that?
Oh my God! She's using it as a weapon now.
Oh boy! Aren't you just the best person in the world?
Oh, that smile tells it all.
Well, why stop at 3 minutes? Why not 5?
You gotta pay $10 for that.
Hey, I think a lot of people would say, "Hey, it's worth it."
Hey, there you go.
Put him in the basement for 10 minutes.
$10, 5 minutes. You can set your own increments. It's your channel. Just making a suggestion. Trying to
Crazy Life Homestead. Mo says, Kentucky Goblin, I have you set on my shout out list for tomorrow. See, there you go. See, that's how it works.
I appreciate it. But,
yeah,
it's like you said, though, it happens when it happens. And, I got in there, and I think another thing that helped me, I went back in there and set, you got your demographics, what basically if it's entertainment or what have you, you go in there and I set mine to entertainment, and also there's another little thing in there, different languages that you can broadcast on. You just put different languages like Spanish, German. They're just different. You'll hit all those. Yeah. And I've got several of them that is from like South America and all that.
Yeah, when you go in your analytics of like who's been watching your content, you're having other countries. Yeah.
Which is fun. That's just fun, that's all.
I haven't really looked at that.
People, yeah, I did. I just fell across it one day. Usually, generally, how it happens with me, I just fall across things like that, and I can't. I went back the other day trying to look. I was going to add a couple more. I couldn't remember where it was at. I couldn't find it again.
You get lost in that thing.
Yeah, it's like I should have made a note, but I, didn't make a note. Oh well. I appreciate it, Shawnee. All that moral supports and all that stuff. I guess I deserved it.
I missed you so much, Randall.
Well, oh boy, I don't know whether to take that as sarcasm or what is that. It's like, my brain tells me that's a little bit of sarcasm, but then again, my mind wants to say she may be a little bit sincere in that, but
like play don't go co-host. It would be fun for all our channels. I don't want to hurt anyone's
that
feelings.
would be awesome. Do you talking about the money you could rack up? Just people just wanting to get the county put in the basement. That would be awesome.
This is not an original idea. I watched this on a live stream the other night, and I was like, "That's a cool idea."
Hey, it works.
She was getting donations like a lot to put people in the basement.
There you go, Barry. I'll be
She
the
had
guinea pig.
more than 3 people on panel, but yeah, it was like,
Hey, I'll be the guinea pig, Barry. I'll be the person in the room.
We might have to like at some point, take some of the pressure off of you, Randall. So, well, we'll do a drawing. We'll use one of those online, name pickers.
Yeah. Which one you want to put in the basement?
Just the people on panel.
Yeah.
I don't want to put anybody in the chat in.
no,
timeout
be fun.
Right.
It's not as much fun because you can't see them squirm.
We need several. We need more than 3 people up here to do it.
Yeah,
at least 6.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Art worked really good on Wednesdays. If I could just remember that I have a 1 p.m. live to do it, on Wednesday.
We'd have 6 people up here, and I'd be the one they'd always pick. That would be kind of like, do I smell? But I would love it.
Wait a minute.
What are we talking about?
Would that be YT or StreamYard?
For what?
I'm not sure. Mo.
Regular YouTube.
Yeah, that usually all the monetary stuff is through YouTube. So
yeah, moderator. Yeah, that's through YouTube.
I mean, like I've said in the past, I there's people I follow over in the UK that they would much rather you go through PayPal or an app, Cash App, something like that, and because they know that over there, I guess it's just the same here, but they know that YouTube's going to take their percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, I mean, somebody could send them, $10, and they're only going to see about a quarter of that. Like, but thanks, mate. I appreciate it, but that, I've got to, send it to you to PayPal as friends and family, and then it's only like 88 cents or something like that for you to send that. So they get the full amount, and it only costs you maybe $1, $2 to send it.
Yeah.
Well,
you're not having to pay out the, I don't guess the state tax and all that, because you have to fill out that tax form.
Yep.
Oh, I've made $1.14 off of Amazon. Woo!
Wow! Don't spend that all in one spot.
I
Buy
don't
you
even
some
think you don't even get it until it's like a certain dollar amount.
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure you buy some ink pens with it.
I made $3.
Buy some
Yeah.
pens with it.
Huh? Buy you a whole handful of ink pens.
Oh
I
yeah.
made $3 off of being an Amazon affiliate, and then like weeks went by and I wasn't getting any traffic, and then they were like, "Well, you're not getting any, you're not selling, so we're cutting you off." And I'm like, "Oh, well, whatever." But I'm affiliate with Radioddity, and I think I might be with that other radio company, Redivis or something like that. But one of them, I think it get like a percentage
Yeah.
of the sale.
What do you, sorry.
And Nightbot's you gotta watch Nightbot.
What do you want it for, Carol? Why on earth would you want Nightbot? Explain to me that.
Yeah, it went
What-
rogue
for
on my
what?
channel.
What do you need it
You
for?
did. I remember that.
Have you heard? Did you hear that story, Shawnee, about Nightbot?
I don't think
Go
so.
on.
Did it time people out?
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody left
Yeah.
and right. I almost didn't have anybody left.
It was kicking people right and left.
We were
GT
live,
just
and
set up that today. Oh, what?
we were live, and I was like, I was scurrying. I was like trying to get the page to open quick, and it was loading slow. And like, I gotta turn this shit off. People are dropping like flies.
Yeah, they were kicking people, it was bumping people.
God, I felt bad. I was just like,
GT
no.
Junior Girls at Alaska just set up Nightbot today.
And GT Junior
there he
just
is.
joined us.
Hey,
You remember
Hey,
that?
What's
brother,
up,
what's
y'all?
up?
Then I'm driving and they said, well, maybe I shouldn't even said that, but there's some stipulations or rules about that now, so I didn't want to bring my camera up like that.
okay.
But
All right.
yeah, I'm doing a delivery, and man, I just picked the wrong order. Just bad. Okay, so it was raining, and now it started snowing, and now the rain is turning to slush.
Yeah.
So it's just it's one of those days. Oh my goodness!
It's
And
like,
then
go home.
yeah, I want to. I can't tell my wife I'm going home like that. She's gonna look at me weird. Oh man, I can't do that one. I'm sorry. I gotta stick it out. Day before yesterday, I went to this other location. Oh, y'all was talking about Nightbot. I
Yeah.
just set up Nightbot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh no.
How you feeling about it?
Huh?
Yeah, you about to be experienced with it.
How are you feeling about
Wow.
Nightbot?
It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I want the people to be able to share their weather, and I want people to be able to drop their channel link.
Okay.
That
They may have
But-
changed. They may have upgraded it or made it better since then. Yeah, it could be okay now.
I don't know. I know that I had a I had a weird experience where it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do, and that was probably like 2 years ago when I first set it up. And it's been I stopped using it, then I went back in to set it back up, and what was the problem with it? What was the issues that people were disgruntled about?
Barry.
Very.
Very busy, but
Barry
I'm happy about it. But guess what happened 2-3 days ago when I'm
What
doing
happened?
a delivery?
What happened 2 or 3
I'm
days
going up this one hill. This is like Scary Hill. My wife took me to when it was summertime. She was like, "You got to come see this hill." I was like, "Wow." She was like, "You can get some good video for your YouTube." I was like, "All right, then, cool." So we go up it. I don't do height. I'm very, very leery of heights, and we on the edge. So imagine that it's dark out. Like when I did it, it was pitch black. And when I went up, it's called Prudhoe Bay Drive or something like that. This is incline that's just ridiculous. So I, you know, me, the type of person that I am, I'm like, you know, if I start something, I got to try to finish it, you know. And so I'm seeing where it's at, and I'm like, no, this is the one part that I didn't like with my wife. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I can't see what I'm looking at, so it's okay, it's okay. And then the next thing you know, I tried to go up the hill. It took me backwards,
Oh,
and there was no back. Like and I'm mashing the brakes. I'm pumping the brakes. Nothing. I'm still going down backwards. I
Oh, boy.
I look back. I'm talking about all this happening within like 2 seconds. I look back to see, you know, what I was gonna hit. There was nothing there. I
Oh,
mean nothing.
God. Oh,
I
God.
clicked out my seatbelt so fast. I opened my door. I'm like,
Mm.
no, you ain't going with me. So I was just gonna, you know, drop. Because I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get hit by the door and then I go with the door because I can't move out of the carway. So I called my wife. I said, baby, I'm coming home. She's like, what happened? And I told her, she was like, you went that way? I was like, I didn't know where I was going. She's like, wow, you gotta pay attention better. So yeah, that really
God.
messed me up though. I was frightened. I came home, I hugged my son and kissed my son. He was like, what, you okay, Dad? It's like, yeah. It's like you're a little much today, huh? So yes. I'm sitting up there talking to my wife, playing with her feet and everything. I'm talking about I was gone. I was startled for real. I don't even like feed, but I was gone.
Oh my God. I'm glad you made it out all right though. Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Woo.
I'm truly. I mean, I made good money, but still, I was frightened. It's Prudhoe based something. I forgot the name of it, but it's a serious incline. It's very, very. And when I had to take the order back, and then I text the customer and let them know. I was like, y'all can meet me at the bottom of that one hill. They said, nah, we'll come pick it up. I was I was literally probably two. No, I probably was 1 minute away, but it had another incline that was steep too. So I was like, and I wanted to walk it up, but I'm like, no, it's ice right here, so I've been fail. Then ain't nobody gonna know what happened. So yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
What a story. Wow.
We won't do that again.
Perspective, right? Or in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
I with everything that I do, I try to appreciate life. When I drive and I see these beautiful mountains every day, I just smile. But that right there, that messed me up. I'm talking about ooh wee, that was terrible. But I just wanted to come up. I heard y'all say something about Nightbot, and I just set it up, so
So
just
how long
wanted
did
a
it
little
take
bit
you to
more.
set it up, GT?
Well, I had already set it up, so all I had to do was make sure the commands was correct, and that was it. I did it early. I did it about 2 years ago. I seen one of the other content creators do it, and he told me what it was. He was like, "Do this, do that." All right. So it was real easy. And back then they used to have a dad joke. So I loved little jokes.
So it's a free thing that you download onto your computer and you connect it to your YouTube channel and you go through the settings of commands and then you have to turn it on when you start your live stream.
It automatically comes in. I think my wireless connects to my phone, so I didn't exactly hear you. But you just set Nightbot up as a mod, and it'll do its job like it does.
Mm.
I think like every 10 minutes it'll say some command. I can't remember what command I gave it, but it'll spit it out like my my Amazon wish list. It'll spit that out.
Yeah.
So it just does little tasks that a moderator does. And I
Mhm.
really don't need it because I have moderators on my channels, but I was just giving them a break, and then was, you know, I like to see the weather and do comparisons. Yeah.
Right. There's that chat rate. So when you have comments coming through your chat, there's some kind of magical algorithmic numbery thing, and it tells YouTube to push it out because there's so much back and forth going on. So it helps add to that chat rate number or whatever.
Yeah.
I've seen people, they just put they say funny things about one of their YouTube friends.
Yeah.
Like, and it just comes up randomly. I've seen that. I don't think I don't think I need it at this point, but no, go ahead.
There's other people that have it on theirs, and it seems to be working with them fine, working for them fine. Yeah, and then of course, especially if you don't have any moderators in your chat. But I don't know what the issues were. Why people said no, I'm not gonna.
Barry, are you back?
Yeah.
You want to explain what happened?
Do I want to what?
Explain why Nightbot was failing for you.
Oh, I don't even know. I was so frustrated with it that night that I didn't go back after the live to figure out what was going haywire. So there was probably something I didn't turn off. But yeah, it went coastal on everybody.
It was timing people out of the chat. So they couldn't top anymore.
Yeah, it was kicking them right and left. They went out there.
Yeah.
Right.
It didn't like anybody.
No. I was afraid to say anything.
All right, y'all. I just got home.
Oh,
Y'all have a good one.
It's good seeing you, man.
All right,
Take care.
Dave.
You too. All right, Barry. All right, Shawnee. All right, Randall.
bye.
See you.
I don't know what that word is that Mike wrote. What does that mean?
My biggest chat pet peeve is when you say hi, it gives a whole diatribe, makes saying hi to people a pain.
Carol understands what he said. I think I
That's
don't get
big
it.
words for me. I don't understand big words.
I don't get it.
What?
What does that mean?
Oh, stop. I'm trying to pay attention to just.
I'm not taking any amount of money to let people up on my panel. That's for sure.
No, that's
Not after.
ridiculous.
Nope. Not happening.
Because, yeah, because you could still like that could turn out pretty bad because like they say, well, I paid you $20 to be up on your panel, and then I say one thing you don't like, you kick me off. Well, I can hear the words coming out of their mouth now.
Mm-hmm.
4-letter words and stuff. Oh, that hurt. Bumped his head on the table, jumping up my lap.
Yeah.
Oh, Daddy, you're not paying attention to us again. Excuse you. Hey, there's a bed over there. There's a floor you could do all that fighting in. I don't think anybody wants to see two cats fight, even though it's playtime. It's not.
Oh, Mike, I've never seen a Nightbot do that. In the channels I see Nightbot in, I've never had it greet someone when that's annoying. I agree.
Oh.
I have seen.
Yeah.
I've seen Nightbot say, check out so and so's channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like as they're talking, but not like immediately after you say hi.
Yeah, no, you have to. I've seen it where you have to say a few things like separate, like 2 or 3 comments in the chat, and then it'll say, check out, Shawnee Grows and something like that. but I don't think I've ever seen it. No, wait a minute. I take that back. There's a crafting channel that I think they have it set up where if you come in the first time you say something, they share your channel link.
Yeah, it's all about having the right check boxes clicked. And like he had a purpose. He wanted people to drop their link and weather. It kind of keeps the chat interacting with itself, and it gives something to talk about for the host. I'm sure you can put keywords where if someone types that keyword, it hides the message, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because he said it's like a mod. Yeah. Yes. Shawnee will have one of them night bots doing her work for too long. But I won't be able to get in there and make I won't be able to get in there and make any sarcastic remarks when she has that night bot in there.
I like control too much, Randall. I'm not allowing
that. I know you do.
Chat.
I know you do. And that's why I know you'll never have it because you like it, like you said, your control.
It's got to be me.
You got to be
I can appreciate the fact that she's honest about it.
She wants to be a school marm.
She is a school teacher.
She puts that
teacher. She's still a teacher.
She'll smack you with that roller. Mess with her.
Yeah, it keeps the chat moving when there's a gap. Crazy Life Homestead. I thought you were going to bed.
Yeah, don't get us wrong. We're glad you're still here.
Yeah, no, I'm not being negative. It can congest the chat if you have too many commands.
Yeah.
It gets annoying. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like GT. I like the weather one. I like. There's another one that's jokes, which some of them are pretty corny. What was that other one? God, there's like a million of them. I know a while back, maybe 2 years ago, I looked into it, you know, but I was still a little bit confused. So, Crazy Life. All you have to do, really, you could do it like easily from the YouTube side of the chat. And those three little dots to the right of a person's comment, if that's a person you want to make a mod, you can click on those three dots next to their comment in the chat, and it will open up the option to make that person a mod. I would go with standard moderator.
Yeah, Crazy Life. It took me. I'm still learning.
You don't have to go live to do it, though. You can do it in your YouTube studio.
Yeah,
but I don't know if you want to learn that part or if you. It's more steps.
You can watch. You go back to your video on the YouTube side, and
it's easier to do it when you're just active and have a chat open.
And while we're talking about it, because I like to make it where people can, and this is the whole reason I make them moderators, is so they can share their channel links in case, you know, I don't think to do it. Oh, come on. I don't know why I don't know what's going on with this laptop. Sometimes I just want to toss it out the window. You know, then it won't do me any good because then I wouldn't have, you know, I cannot do stuff from my phone.
Oh God, if I had to do it from my phone, I'd never do it.
I was watching a live stream earlier today. You know, somebody was doing, like GT was talking about, doing the Uber Eats or whatever. And I switched over to my phone, and the font, you know, was like teeny tiny on my phone. And I told them, I said, I'm still here, but I can't chat because I can barely read it. You know, so because I was using my laptop to edit the video, and I just, yeah, made my eyes hurt. So
The cold makes my eyes hurt.
yep. Sometimes the cold makes my eyes water.
Yeah,
But
cold weather affects everybody. What about it there, Shawnee? What are you
what do
thinking
you mean?
about?
What is the name of the channel?
What are you thinking about? What's the theme of the
What
team?
am I? Well, I'm
Oh,
thinking
the
I should
theme.
get
I
off
read
it.
that wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
What did you think it said? What did you think it said?
I read it as what is the name of the channel? I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh,
Let me
name,
read that
not
again.
theme.
'Cause,
The theme.
The theme is the name.
yeah,
We
Right.
our chats are usually not. We don't usually have a theme or anything with our chats unless it's like something major going on in the world that we all need to talk about. Then that might actually be a thing. But
there's no content.
ah,
Do you
Everybody got to
speak
start from
English,
somewhere, I guess.
Joe?
Everybody starts from somewhere, I guess.
yeah. Well,
Crazy,
No.
they have homesteads in here still. It says banana bread.
We just generally just talk about whatever,
What?
unless it's something, you know, like Barry said. Talk about ink pens and oatmeal and what other things do we talk about? Oh, Barry,
Sunday chat. Yeah.
you, you missed it the other night. I got to see Shawnee knock over her backstop behind her.
no, I saw it.
Oh, did you? Did you laugh like I did?
He was
Only
there in
until-
the chat.
I didn't laugh until she was laughing.
Oh,
That-
I did. I
That
laughed.
only made it right,
I was
right?
like,
You know, just
I was going, ha ha ha.
I was still laughing. I would like get bursts of laughter about it later. Like, did I do that?
But you could tell that
I
she
had
was
dirt
going,
all
"Oh,
over.
my
I had to sweep up the dirt. Nothing broke, but yeah,
No.
I had dirt to sweep up.
Good night,
Mo,
Craig.
Mo says good night. I hope. Do you mean it? Do you really mean it this time, Mo?
For real.
I'm just messing with you. Have a good night. Crazy Life Homestead.
No, Shawnee, she kept her composure. She didn't act like it bothered her too much, but I think she was a little
Oh.
embarrassed.
Thank you.
I think she was a little
Funny.
embarrassed.
It was the cut flower seed haul, right? It was Friday night
Mm-hmm. Or
that I knocked
or
my
was it
entire
your
backdrop over
seed?
after the 1 hour mark.
Or yeah, it was
Cut flower seed haul.
yeah.
Oh, she slammed
It
the
was
door,
worth
everybody.
It was worth it, Barry. It was worth it.
Yeah.
Of all the other times I could ever been in her
I-
life, but I had to.
Because I tried to give her the time that it happened because she wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You didn't give her a time
And,
stamp.
and when you're watching a live and you rewind,
Uh-huh.
it gives you negative numbers. So that was the best I could do for you, Shawnee, was give you.
Yeah,
the
that's what
negative
you
numbers.
explained that, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Because people started coming in then after that, and I'm like, well, this feels
Oh, they
weird.
missed it. They missed it.
Just something like that would happen to me. I'm sure of it. And so that's why it's all natural around here. This
All
is
natural.
natural bedroom. So you all in the bedroom with me. It's a little weird, but
Mhm.
okay.
It made my night. Not to make it.
Yeah,
I
I made
going,
sure Saturday night, because I had 2 lives on Saturday night. I made sure to have it like, so if I did this with my chair, I didn't touch it because
Yeah,
I was
that's
like, we're
what-
not
that's
doing that
basic.
2 times in a row.
I think that's what you done. You went to lean back like that, and you went.
I went and
No, she was
stood up
showing
like
her
this to
shirt.
show my shirt, and my
Oh
chair
yeah.
rammed right into
Oh,
it.
that's right. Mhm.
And my
The,
couch caught it. If my couch wouldn't have been there, it would have like actually hit the floor, and I probably would have woke up the whole house.
the main,
But the
the main
couch
thing is,
caught
like
it.
she said, she didn't break anything. So
You see what the people say? What the hell is going on in there?
Yeah, I have my turtle collection in the one plant, and so you know, nothing broke.
Oh boy, it was awesome.
we had
The numbers go up and down, then you check after, and they wipe out your hours you earned live.
it did put me in mind of something that happened in radio and TV school, or at the vocational school for radio and TV. It was we had to make our own sets. You know, we had to pay for the materials if we were going to build like an elaborate set for our TV studio. And somebody bought like, 2x6s and 2x4s. We made like this backdrop. It was a big backdrop. It was hand painted, everything,
Mhm.
And we were all set up to cut the video when we come back from lunch. And we were going to record the video, and we had everything ready. So we went to lunch. We came back, and we were standing in the lobby talking, and we heard bam. And this 10-foot by 8-foot backdrop we made had fallen over. And luckily the cameras, because we were told we had to keep our cameras up against the wall for safety reasons, because they had these thick cables on them. So, keep people from tripping over the cables. And it fell over. It hit two of the chairs that were set up on the stage. So it didn't damage one side, but the other chair was sitting this way, like kitty corner, So when the other side of that display came down, it hit the edge of that chair. And these were your standard office chairs. They had the wood sides, and then the rest of it was kind of like some kind of weird plaid material. But it caught the edge of that wood. Back then it was real wood, and it busted a hole in it. So we did the best we could with masking tape, or gaffer's tape, I think is what we used, and we fixed the back of it. So if you didn't look too close, you didn't see the big rip in it.
Yeah.
But it turns out that it was a bit top heavy. So when the AC kicked on, the AC knocked it over this way, because the legs on it were out this way with like a thing like this on it, and then two long legs. But that didn't stop it from going this way. We thought the stage was going to hold it up. That it turns out the air conditioner was, industrial strength, because it gets really hot in that TV studio. And so when it kicked on, it knocked it over. That was weird, but yeah, we learned a lesson. We learned a lesson on that. I think what we ended up doing, we had these wires that had loops on the end of them, and they were safety loops to catch the studio lights if one fell. Because these things were monsters. They were huge, and if they fell on somebody, well, it ruined their day. And so we used some of those, and we wired it to the light, the light things. January. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
Everything I'm trying to do right now is like slow motion on my clicking and typing. Like, I don't get what's happening over here.
Maybe you're
Why?
having
Are you having
reactions. You're having a reaction to what happened the other night with your accident. Maybe.
My computer's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Maybe it's sleepy. Or it's
I
probably
started
too
going
close.
live like I think it was November 11th. Oh,
Mhm.
look, it just went, oh, snap, and failed. It says it doesn't recognize me anymore. Okay.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, get your ID out. This is really me. See?
I know. Let's get it back
I,
here.
I was going to do video earlier today. Well, besides the drone video, I was working on another one.
Mhm.
And it got me frustrated. So I want to reshoot the footage for it. But I've got it. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get it. I'll be right. Oh, shit.
So what's happened with the lives? Are they taking away our watch hours that you?
Okay. What she was talking about is immediately after your live ends, you can
Mhm.
go into your YouTube studio, click content, go to live, find that live, go to analytics, and it'll tell
Mhm.
you during your live how many people were
Oh.
there and how many hours you accrued during the live. When you
Mhm.
go into there a couple hours later or the next day, it goes back
No.
to 0, and now it's logging after the live has been posted how many hours are you gaining, and it's
Oh.
those hours are supposed to be added to your accrued, but I don't understand why they don't have a section in analytics that says while it was live, you gained this many hours, and now that it's posted, this is the number of hours you're accumulating. I
Yeah.
don't get why it's such a separate.
I don't know. They're supposed to be doing some updates to it. I don't
Mike's
know.
out of bread, everybody.
Wow. See, sunflower seed butter. That's one I yet to try. But this, besides being a monster and very heavy, let me I'm going to solo myself here for a minute.
Oh, I'm just reading private chat there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is like a 1979 model scanner.
Oh, cool. I got
It's
one. I got something like that. And that. Yeah.
heavy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And it still works. I got it over there in Danville at that,
It's crystal.
yeah, over that, I always call it Peddler's Mall. That's not what it's called. It's called something else.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
It's next to the cinemas.
Mm-hmm. It's basically the same thing. It's the same. They just changed the name of it.
So it's a little cold right now. So I'm not sure that all the lights are going to work.
Yeah, I got one about that size.
I see one light. How many are we supposed to see?
But if he pushes them all in, they'll all.
Yeah, they're all pushed in. It's just that I noticed it earlier. It took a little while
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it takes a little while to warm up.
because I got that on maximum scan and it's still not. But so we get static. I don't hear any hum or anything like that, so capacitors may still be pretty good. But all these lights, there it
Oh,
goes.
geez, now it's doing things.
Yeah. Oh, it's affecting my other scanner. Weird.
Uh-oh.
Now, this right here is the mounting bracket for it. Can you imagine? This thing must be about 12 pounds. Can you imagine trying to mount that in? You know, back then, trucks and cars had a place to stick things, but you couldn't do that now. You know?
No.
There's no way.
Yeah, my Jimmy had a whole shelf that you could fit 2 cartons of cigarettes in.
Yeah,
Right
exactly.
up under the, yeah.
So it's, yeah, 77. It's a VHF, UHF scanner. It's got these wires are temporary because I was using them for an antenna because it didn't come with antennas for some reason. But yeah, it's in pretty decent shape considering it was built in '79.
Yeah.
But God, it's killing my back right now. So I dragged it out because I wanted to make a video of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the first, like the footage I shot was like, I just didn't like it. So I had to do the footage again. Yeah, it's a beast.
Yeah.
Put this back in here.
Yeah. It's about I think mine's a mine ain't hardly that big. It's a Regency. A Regency like that.
Years ago I had a Regency. It had instead of like this one, it had the buttons you would push in or whatever for whatever channel you wanted to keep in the scan. But that Regency one I had was toggle switches, and it just had one row of LEDs. So when you had all the toggles up, it would scan all the channels. If you chose a few random ones, it would knock them out. And then, yeah. But yeah, I've had that scanner for a while. I bought it over there in Danville. But none of the crystals in there work in this area. So I don't know, probably before everything went digital. So I've looked on eBay. You can still get the crystals.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a way to you get it out of a color television, the tuner out of a color television.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to change the plugs on that tuner, but you could make it where you have two pins, you put them in where the crystals go, and you could only use one slot, but you punch it in there, then you can sit there and just turn the dial on it until you get something in. And it gives you all the channels without having to buy crystals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard people doing that. Basically like a slider or something. Something like that.
Yeah. If it doesn't come in real clear, you still have that fine tuning like the TV set did.
Mm-hmm.
Can you power your radio with cat first static? Maybe for a second. The cat gets mad at you and claws you to death. I remember some of the CB radios that they were mobiles, but they were bases too. They had a power cord coming out of the back of them.
Yeah.
And then Radio Shack made several like that stations.
I've got a Robin 23 channels. That way it can be mounted in a car or used as a base station. I've got that.
Yeah, I had the Gemtronics version of that years ago.
I've got it in the cabinet. Yeah, he's talking about Brian. You'd have to get my antenna and pick what channel we want to be on, and we could probably talk with him at some point. Like you said, we'd have to go over and help him set it up.
Yeah. Now, if he told me what the brand walkie-talkie was, but I can't remember because it was a weird name. But if his antenna comes off, you get some RG8 coax and an adapter. Well, those adapters.
Mm-hmm.
It goes to the top of the walkie, and you might be able to make it over here with the 5-watt walkie. I don't know.
It could, yeah.
I don't know why not. I mean, I talked over to that repeater. It's over in it's not quite. Well, it's a little bit past Parksville.
Mm-hmm.
Something knob, not sand knob, but something else. So yeah, I'll have to look it up. But I've talked on to that repeater on these. Of course, I walked all the way to the top of the hill to do it, but and then that one day you were over here, I did it in the backyard. We were moving that stuff with your lawnmower. Yeah. But I hear that repeater once in a while, so they're still using it. That's funny. That old scanner was interfering with the Bearcat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame I ain't got no frequencies to mouse to anything for this old one. Or I would hook it up and just let it run, you know. Something to. Yeah, I love see him talking about pistachios. I like them too, but I get starting eating them damn things and I can't stop.
That was my problem. That we got them in commodities, and I went to town on that bag. It lasted me 2 days, and that was it. I was like, man, I can't stop eating these. It's so freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that noise? Did you hear that clicking noise it sound? Huh, what was that?
I hear my heater over here.
No, it would sound like, you know, when interference like from a radio or something. It like made a click, 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 click.
Huh. Oh. My cell phone's too close to my mic.
Oh, that's what it was then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's done that before.
Yeah, I think that's probably my biggest problem. I don't need to get that hurt. Them things hurting. But I guess a little bit here and there wouldn't hurt anything. You just don't want to get all hog wild with it. I like pistachios. I remember I ate so many of them things one time. I got sick of it. I mean, it was just like really. Oh God!
Yeah. I made the mistake one time and bought one of the small bags of them from the Dollar General, and I realized that, you know, within 2 minutes they were gone, and I wanted more. Yeah, and I kind of wished I spent. Well, they are expensive. They're not cheap.
No.
Even at Dollar General, a big bag of them.
Even at Walmart, they're a little pricey right now. I've seen gas is going back up. It's $2.70 something right now. For what reason? I know 47 is coming in tomorrow, so He'll get his sworn in tomorrow, which he's already been sworn in. But all this is just a preliminary. It'd be safe to say it'll start coming back down.
Yeah.
But he's already been sworn in.
Well, I'm trying to be optimistic here and hope for the best for our country.
That's all we can do is
I think I bored Shawnee with the radio talk.
yeah, well, she probably back there. She probably went in there to see if anybody stole her daggone ink pen that was in the kitchen.
She could be hungry too.
Yeah, we could have got her munchie. She got the munchies.
But yeah, you hit me all at once.
Yeah, there she is.
Welcome back, Shawnee.
I'm back now. Yeah, hi.
Okay. You all right?
Yes.
Good.
I haven't made it to the snack department yet, Carol, but that's next.
Hasn't made it to the
But
fridge
yeah,
yet.
gout was on the list of things he could have. We go back for more tests in a month. And so we're looking at that as well.
My dad had gout. Boy, he was miserable.
He's always got problems with his feet.
Mhm.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, of course, I got neuropathy with my feet, but they hurt sometimes. It's bend over what I eat too.
Yeah, and everything he loves is on the list of you shouldn't be eating that right now to get his body back to a level ground zero, and he's upset about it.
It is frustrating.
It's something you got to work through. It's frustrating.
He has blood sugars, okay.
Man, it's a detox.
He has a buildup of stuff, yeah.
And he might need to detox. That will probably help out.
We want to change his food for 30 days and then reintroduce stuff, yeah.
It will probably help.
But Randall's diabetic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have, diabetic neuropathy.
What are we doing back there?
But as long as you got good circulation in your feet, that you're doing all right.
His feet turn like white blue.
Well, he's not
at
getting
the end of the day.
He's not getting circulation.
That's what I told him.
Fortunately, every time I got an appointment Wednesday, but every time I go, they check my feet and it's getting circulation. So that's the main thing, keeping circulation. Because if you ever start losing it, then you're gonna, if you ever get injured with that foot or something, that it won't heal. And
yeah, he had a jammed foot.
The next thing on the agenda, you'll have to whack it. Whack a toe, whatever, and I don't want that.
So his hand that got sliced open has the pain as well for that reason, all the scar tissue. And then he's also had, we just counted today, he's been in 10 car accidents and he's my age. And he works maintenance jobs most of his adult life, and so his fingers have constantly been pinched and jammed, and so he has finger pain in the cold already. As far as turning white or blue, no, they don't turn colors. One thing I did notice is No, they don't change color at the same time that his feet do. And it's when he's worked like a 14-hour shift and he's standing in the kitchen after a shower is when I see his feet like that. And I say, you go put your feet up. The thing I noticed the other day is all the scar tissue he has on his forehead from the accident turns bright red after the shower. Because I'm like, what happened to your head? And right now it's been happening. It's the scar tissue getting upset because of the hot water. Not that that has to do with the feet thing. It was a fun thing that we discovered the other day.
Yeah. My let me put this cigarette out and then I'll turn my camera on and show you, but not literally show you, but give
Show
you
and tell?
an idea. No, definitely not, because then my channel will be shut down tonight.
Okay.
So when they diagnosed the muscular dystrophy, they took a biopsy out here, and then later on down the road they did another one, same spot but on this side. When I'm in the shower, both of those will turn like
red.
a bright red,
Pink,
and when I'm hot,
it's like, okay, great, now I know what that is, that first spot you showed, that's where he's had a skin graft done.
Yeah.
And
then I've got one on my leg about right about, or not this one, but my shin. So it's right about there is where they tried to do a needle one, but I absolutely, I said, no, put me to sleep. Oh, I can't do this. And they were like, because they said, oh, it's just pressure you're feeling. I said, no, it hurts. It hurts. And they kept saying, there's no way that hurts. And I said, no, it hurts. Stop.
You calling me a liar? What?
Yeah. I mean, I know my body. And finally I convinced, my neurologist, she came back in. She was such a peach. She's like one of the best neurologists in like America.
Okay.
And she said, what's the problem? And I said, it hurts when they're doing it. I can't do it. Put me under and do like you did before. So they did. It sucked.
So his white blood cells were high this time, and his inflammation markers have been high from like he has stress is what we always talk about, is getting his stress down. And then he can't have lemon water because of his GERD. And then we counted it literally like tonight. We counted there's been 10 accidents. Now some of them are just deer, but we counted if it did damage to the vehicle or not. And it's 10. Oh, the pain scale question is stupid.
Well, right now I think it's like 1,000. Do you have it on paper?
Yeah, I know.
It only goes to 10, sir.
Yeah. I cut my hand.
I cut my hand. 1,000. I don't know what you.
You probably can't. No, you're not gonna be able to see it. I have a scar in my hand from when I was working on a derby car, and I went in and had stitches done, and I should have just taken care of it at my house. But they did that whole, what's your pain level? And I was like 7. Does that make you like? I just want this taken care of so I can go home.
Yeah. 7.
7 work for you? Do I get special stickers for that? Like
you get 2 suckers for that.
2 suckers and a gold star.
No, there's nothing wrong with that part of him, Carol. None of that. He's on a new med. I told you this. I think he's been taking a new med for pain, and he can increase it. He's only doing the minimum right now, but he just started going back to work. He worked 3 days last week, and he worked doubles every single day. And then now this week, we'll see how he feels.
When the muscular dystrophy, if I do something stupid and not allowed to go that far, when it's in full blown, 1 to 10 is not enough.
Yeah, right.
Like 12. I
start at 12 and then go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I lose motor skill. I I can still make my stuff work, my hands, my legs, my head, but there's like a delay, and
Mhm.
they're not. It's kind of like when you're drunk, you can't quite control your limbs, and it hurts like
Very bad. Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
And and I tried to tell my neurologist because they call it a Cybex machine, and basically it's a resistance machine. And I had to do I'd do my arms, and they would stop me, take blood out. Then I'd keep doing it again. They'd stop, take more blood out. They were checking the oxygen level for one thing,
Okay.
and then they had me do my legs. Well, after I got done with that test, I was done for the rest of the day because I couldn't move. I was in so much pain.
Oh.
It put me in a wheelchair, which hurt like a mother, and pushed me back to my room and literally picked me up, put me in my bed because I didn't have the strength to do it.
Right.
And so they watched me like for the next couple of days, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not turning you loose. You can't go back home today, not this time. You're staying overnight." Because I was peeing brown.
Ugh.
And, yeah.
There's two things that came to my head just now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so graphic.
So the one, see if I can remember it now. The one thing, I have a friend who does phlebotomy in a different state, and she sent me a picture the other day of a urine bag, and it was a different color. It was like, was it purple urine? And it was because of a medication that they had to give this person in the ER. And I can't remember the details, but I was like, wow, that's cool. And then the second thing was some people have never had the feeling of you can't even bring food to your mouth because you can't. You're in pain. Some people have never had that moment of I can't even feed myself right now. So they don't have that perspective of I literally can't.
I have.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they just. I understand they had to do the tests. I know why they did the tests. It's just that, like they didn't realize. I don't think they realized that the severity of it and what they would have to deal with afterwards.
Yeah.
And I told them, I warned them. I said, "This is not going to be good. When we're done with this test, it's not going to be good. You will be carrying me out of here." And I was right. My neurologist, bless her heart, she was just like, everything you said was 100% true. She said, "We don't have to do that test anymore." And I was like, thank God. Because I couldn't, look, I got a fork. I was like doing this, but what's a normal thing for other people? For me, it was like, I know where my mouth is, but the control wasn't there.
Yep.
And they had a nurse come in, and she was already like working more than she should. Like a lot of patients were way younger than me. I was 21 when they were trying to diagnose me. So I was right on the edge. I shouldn't have been there, but they were like, "We're so intrigued by this that we're going to carry it all the way through, and we're paying for everything."
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
We're going to use you as a guinea pig.
Basically, yep.
Yeah, the data. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
we're going to use data on you.
It's such a rare form that they knew on paper, they knew on textbook what the effects were, but they never seen them firsthand. And she said, "You won't believe how much data that has given us." And I said, "Please, please promise me we don't do that again." I said, "Because I can't, it just hurts so bad." And she was like, "Yeah, I get that." But the problem is they won't give you any painkillers. So if you have CPT2, don't expect them to give you the good stuff. Yeah. Like Tylenol 3 was the best thing they could give me. Even that was kind of like, that's codeine.
Well, you don't want that to pull their teeth to have them to give you that. Really.
Yeah.
Or
But it just I know the warning signs, so I just back off without rest.
Yeah.
yeah.
The pain is what motivates me to not get in that shape. So it's like, yeah, you need to sit down and just stop whatever the hell you're doing. And it's like the move when I tried to move down here. I'm grateful for the help Randall gave me and the moving van, but it was too much.
hmm
Age has a lot to do with it too, I'm sure. But should have packed stuff on the cats and had them carry it down there.
Be my luck if you like me, could get them out, get them to do anything. The cats, they'd be like, "What?
Yeah.
You gonna make me work?"
They have time for attention, though, don't they?
Oh well, of course. Anything constructive? No. It's
See, I hope they get things squared away for your hubby and can pinpoint what's going on.
yeah. It's always the unknown, and after you figure out what it is and get it all lined out, then after a while, you'll go back, everything will seem normal after that. After you once get used to how everything works and regulated and all this and that, it won't be so bad.
Yeah, and every age marker you go through, your body has this big shift, and you have to do all this all over again. Sometimes this data collecting.
You just got to add. You just got to add to it. Basically, is what you
a
do.
lot of the so in his sheet, a lot of the problems it comes back to the food he's eating, and it puts that nail on the head of what do you put in your pie hole matters.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend who has MS, and she's younger than me, and she had gone to a few doctors, and they wanted to put her on this huge med regimen, and she was going to be in a wheelchair within 2 years if she would have followed their orders. And she went out of town and sought other help, and she's getting these injections or infusions instead. And on Friday, she just had a C-section and had a second baby, and is able to fly on airplanes and drive and have a life because she sought care from a different avenue.
Yeah, you got to kind of don't take them at their word. Yeah, you got to kind of search around there because they're not as bad as you want to think of that. They're not really there to help you. They're just there to get that money. That's all they care about.
Carol, my I don't know how to describe who he is, so I'm just gonna say I have a person in my life that just had a meniscus tear surgery, and it's 3 months healing time, and he thinks he's gonna get on an airplane and fly to Hawaii before he's released to be on his knee.
I don't think so.
And I think he's crazy. But yeah, he is the type that doesn't get surgery. So, I mean, we just wait 1 more year till he has the type that needs surgery. Is that what the game is that you're playing? Like, what?
Yeah. Can I sit back?
Oh, hello, radio. Gear. How you doing, Gear?
Carbon dioxide.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that was the medication. I think a patient came in for carbon monoxide poisoning, and they gave them a medication, and it turns their urine purple.
Get it out of the blood.
for kidney stones and stuff like that, they gave me pills that done that.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Marigolds. Gear, I had a good day. I went to my dad's to celebrate my birthday and I had Chinese food all day long and cake.
Wow.
So I feel pretty icky right now.
Oh, you should. You
'Cause I'm
should.
not supposed to eat that stuff. I'm also trying to fix my diet in my household, and I've been trying for a whole year, and it's not gone well for me. I have to really get serious in 3 months about it, though.
Yeah. You'll get it.
Yeah.
This takes a little bit of
The discipline.
determination.
Yes. And then, like, not having certain things around and, like, really nailing down favorites. Like,
Mhm. Like cake.
I don't have much of appetite, so it don't really, you know.
you don't. You eat small.
I put my belt on yesterday. I said, "Oh my God, I'm watching make another notch in my belt." So I gotta make another notch in my belt.
My husband just showed me the stretching that happened over, I think it's a year. He had a leather belt and then we just replaced it. And he showed me it gained like this much from the stretch of using it, like with
Mhm.
leather. And I thought, that's nuts.
Mhm. Yeah, it will after time.
Just from wearing it every single day. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
I'm just reading the chat. Lots of things happening in the chat.
A
Oh, I'm
fart
out of
machine.
beverages. Oops.
Yeah.
I just need a personal chef, you guys, that I can order food from. Personal chef, please.
I don't know.
Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
That'd be so great. It would take the hardness out of it.
Because they could take something that you think would be ordinary and make it extraordinary, and you'd be like, "Yes, please do that again tomorrow."
Or like hey, I'm craving this, but can you make it for my dietary needs? Like ChatGPT's been helping me out a little bit with that, but it comes up with yucky stuff still that I don't want to eat.
Yeah.
I had one of them stretch straps,
Did you?
and it looked like a big giant rubber band.
Hmm.
I used to go around and snapping people with it.
Oh, go.
Oh, this is fun. Meow. Yeah.
Wow, y'all really making a lot of noise back there.
They chasing something.
Yeah, they're playing. They got them a little box back there that I can't remember what came in it, but they're having a blast with it. Just the box is only about this.
Huh? What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing at all. I just wanted to see if you'd reply to your name. Nothing.
Huh?
What?
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 I'm confused here. What y'all? What?
Talking about cats
Oh,
chasing a box. In a
Oh my
box.
God, Carol. It was like something I would have said.
Yeah, and they're $40 an hour.
God, Lord, no.
yeah. I would like to have a maid, but I don't know if I'm gonna pay that much for one.
Oh, what a sweet kitty. Well, I'm not sure.
I just have to deal with it because I ain't gonna pay that kind of money.
You gotta Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yep.
Relax and pet a cat. Make all your troubles go away until the cat gets bored and walks away.
Yep. Barry got all kinds of cats. He can hire them out as emotional release pets. Mm-hmm.
Well,
The chef needs to be a butch. Okay.
hate to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I guess it would depend on the situation.
My God, you got a living room. You could. I know there's no heat in there right now, but you got a whole living room to play in, and you're in this tiny little room just having a ball. You can almost see him back there. Wait a minute. Yep. They're sort of under the cot a little bit playing, but 3 degrees outside, but still 79 in the house.
Mine says it says 9 degrees around here, but that could be wrong.
Feels like -16. Actual temp, like before that, is -7, and it's 72 in my house here. But I know that the kitchen's probably 69 and the basement's probably 52. Because I have a basement. Because I live in Minnesota, where we can have basements.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Let's see if the snow is covering the porch and I can't get out of my house yet.
Oh, is the camera back outside?
Yeah. Because watching the snow is more interesting. Well, it's on the porch, but it's just like a snow drift on the porch.
Looks like by 10 p.m. Let's see here. Let me look at this right. By 10 a.m. it's going to be 1 degrees. By 8 a.m. it's going to be -2. That's
Okay, I
really,
turn the light on so you can see somewhat in color. Oops. That's the only color you see out there is that chair. The edge of that chair. It's pink.
Mm-hmm.
It's all snow. Yeah. I can't wrap my head around being snow in the wintertime. Well, what is this?
wow. Why am I so cold? I don't understand it. Oh, well, it's almost time for me to go my bedtime.
Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to call it, and I'm going to thank Shawnee and Kentucky Goblin and GT Junior for coming up here. All you awesome people are in our chat. That's made it interesting and interacted with us. And Carol, thank you for putting the super chat to test. No idea that
Yeah.
it's already there. So, yep. Anything you got going on that you want to share before we close it out, Randall? Or
No, nothing in particular. Just if ain't nobody check my channel out, they can check it out. Check Shawnee's. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Leave a note.
I have the most recent content of our cut flower seed haul. We planned our garden checklist live, and I announced that on my website I have PDFs for you to download. Check them out. We might be live tomorrow night for a birthday bash, but I might not. So make sure you're subscribed so you can find out if I pop up or not.
And I don't know. I don't know when I'll have a live. So
Okay.
it's whenever it comes to me. So
Nice.
hey,
all righty, guys. Have a good night out there. Everybody stay warm.
good night.
God bless, and don't accept any substitutes. We are the real thing.
Good night.
Good night.